4 in the morning, I'm thinking about money. I need it, I want it, I can't even sleep. Shout out to the trappers, we are back lit. It's D out of Henny Man Battle Rap Trapping, we definitely got the streets. So what I'm about to do, this is a little bit different, cause my man XP ain't joined me. But man, my man been waiting to do this for a while. Pause. But I'm in your town. You know what I mean?
Fast.
Fuck it. We ain't got the camera, but the phone is out. My man, LOSO.
What's good, bro?
What's up, yo? I ain't there to sit down, talk everything.
I've been waiting for one of these.
Yeah, we've been talking about doing this show for a minute. I'm glad we doing it. I'm upset you couldn't get the full battle rap trap feel. You know what I mean? I ain't got Henny and Patron. Oh, I just smoked. I did do that, but I'm pretty sure you don't smoke, right? Right. Nah, but real shit though. We about to get into some things, talk everything style. You know what I mean? But I still fry you some chicken next time I see you somewhere. You know what I mean? This is the chicken I owe you from the episode type situation. You know what I mean? It's lit though. I ain't got to ask this question to an individual in the wild, but y'all know how I start off all the tell everything interviews. LOSO. While I pour this Henny shot for us, what made you start fucking with battle rap, man?
Man, for me, I was actually doing a bunch of like, I just started doing music, but I started doing like these like open mics, and in the open mics I was doing. A lot of people knew me for doing these poems.
Yeah.
Every time I got off stage, it was like 1 or 2 dudes in the crowd. So I'll be up in E-Boy, you know what I'm saying, downtown Tampa and stuff, and so they'll come up to me and say, like, man, you know, your mannerisms when you rap kind of remind us of a battle rapper. And for me, I was like, yeah, I used to like battle rap, right? I was a huge Cortez fan. I was a huge Young Ill fan. But I was just like, man, I could never do what they do. Yeah. I did a competition now in 2013. This is actually where I met Street Hymns. A lot of people. It was a competition in Chicago. You went and submitted a video, and they chose like the best freestyle videos. A-Ward actually submitted a video, and he didn't get chosen, which is crazy. But me and Street Hymns did, and we didn't know each other, and we went out to Chicago and we did this competition. It was like a 16-man bracket. And the crazy thing is, we backstage and they pulling out the names. They're like, yo, whatever names we pull out is who you gonna go against. And me and Street Hymns was the first names that got pulled out. And so we battled each other. We didn't battle each other. So what we did, we had like these it was like the hottest 16. So you spit your verse. And that's just what it was. So Street Hymns went, and I had kind of, like I said, I've been writing like a battle rapper. I went.
Was this on the beat?
Nah, it's acapella.
Okay.
And so Jen was actually a guest judge. Jen was the judge. This is where Jen first saw me. As soon as I got off the stage, so I end up winning that round against Street Hymns, and I won the whole competition. So Jen came up to me and was like, yo, you need to battle rap. You need to join battle rap. And I was like, I still don't know. So I heard about a tryout in Tampa, and then the rest was history, bro.
So basically, people just pushing you in the ring. Now you gotta do this shit. You gotta do this.
Every
shit.
place I went, bro. Every place I went, I felt like it was like a different conversation. I just kept having with people, and like they just kept trying to say like, yo, we know you can do this. But for me, I was looking at these dudes and I was like, yo, it's no way I can go ahead and memorize 5, 6, 7 minutes of material. You know what I'm saying? Up at 9 minutes material, rap it in front of a crowd, rap it with your opponent staring you down. I was just like, yo, it's no way I could do that. I didn't think I could. But then it got to a point where I was like, man, you know what? I'm going to just try it. It's like a bucket list type of thing. So when I heard about, so there's a league out here in Tampa, they're not doing it anymore, but it was called Enter the Dungeon, and I submitted like a couple of my spoken words, and the
street right there.
Yeah. I submitted one of my videos, and the league owner was like, "Yo, where the hell have you been at?" That's exactly what he said when he saw my video. I said, you know, like we could do it, and so I went, and they put me against like their top like protege at the time, and it was crazy, bro. It was a free event, but the crazy thing about it though, even though it was free, not many people used to come, bro. I packed the whole place out. I had already started building a little following, like you know, certain things I was doing. But that was the first time I ever did something like that, man. And because it went so well, I felt like I couldn't stop after that.
So what year was this right here?
That's 2015. 2015, I was in June.
So you only been battling for about
4 years.
Damn. Okay, that's crazy. And this tournament had 3 of the 4 horsemen try to be a part of it.
Yeah, A-Ward was gonna be. A-Ward told me. He said he submitted a video and he just never heard anything back. But this is where I met Street Hymns at. You know, Street Hymns from Texas. I'm from Florida, and they flew. I mean, they didn't fly, but they brought in a bunch of us in town for this tournament.
That's crazy. Shout out Shot-Time. I got kids out there, man. Shout out to the babies, man. That's crazy though. I didn't expect that story right there.
Yeah.
I didn't expect it to be so recent. Once you start saying I've been always fucked with battle rap, you know what I mean? I fucked with Cortez. I'm like, this must be a newer story. You know what I mean? Like, damn.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. Okay. Shout out to the whole Four Horsemen, man.
Yes, sir.
You from Tampa. How hard was it for you coming from Tampa to make it to where you at in the battle rap culture?
Yeah, so in the South, you know, you really don't get taught. I mean, you got the T-Tops and Chef Trez and stuff like that, but my thing is like, it's not a staple. Like the West got the whole coast. East Coast, you got Jersey, New York, like people already gonna respect you over there, and you got a lot of different outlets. But in the South, even though people are battling, it's just kind of hard to be on the map. Even to this day, like if you just say, yo, who's the greatest Southern battle rapper of all time? Like you don't have one. Maybe it might be T-Top or Briz, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know.
You know what? I don't look at T-Top.
And that's the thing, right? You don't. That's what I'm saying. But even that, see, I know they scream North Carolina, but my thing is like, I kind of even think of them as Atlanta because they was rocking with Spit That Heat.
Yeah. I'm just saying, when I hear them, other than the fact they say Carolina, they don't talk like. I think that's why Swamp accent is such a big thing. Cause just like a Geechee Gotti, you feel like these niggas represent their place. Like
that's true.
Like
that's
talking
true.
to them make you feel like where they're from. Oh yeah, this nigga Swamp saying, I ain't even get no coat noon. What the fuck is coat noon, boy?
Nah, that's a fact.
Yeah. So that's basically what I'm asking you though. Like, is this a place you feel like y'all have slept on? Like, was it hard? Or?
Yeah, for Florida, you know what I'm saying? Like, already people I've only been doing this for and even in the 4 years, I've only got 25 battles. You know what I'm saying? So already people saying like, yo, you the greatest Florida rapper of all time. You know what I'm saying? Now you got Johnny Storm, you had these other dudes who were already doing it, but my thing is like, so it wasn't a lot of history that's known to the world. But for me, I would say yes and no. I would say yes, it was difficult, but because I linked up with John so early in my career, it was like a Shaq and Kobe thing. He had just started a league, and he needed to find a star. He didn't need you gotta think about it. He already had dudes that he was able to pull out from other leagues, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, all right, cool, you bullpen now. So he had Shaq Trez, he had back there, you know what I'm saying?
He basically took the top niggas from Spit That Heat.
They left Spit That Heat and they went to bullpen. But my thing is like, he didn't have a dude who he kind of molded from the ground up. So I had nothing. I had nothing to show. No one knew my name. And when I met up with John, I was literally on my second battle ever. And people didn't even know. Yeah, people didn't even know about my battle in Tampa. So when I went up there, John and them thought I was a totally new battle rapper. But I told him, I said, nah, I got some footage out. But, so when I linked up, he needed a new dude, and I needed somebody to kind of just co-sign me. You know what I'm saying? Because I already knew what I could do if I was put in the right position. So I would say, yes, it is difficult. But when you find somebody who kind of like, who saw, you know what I'm saying, who saw something and believed in something, I was like, man, you know what I'm saying, we about to go take over this.
And you're absolutely right. I'm still thinking you had me stuck on who's the best South battle rapper, but it's no motherfucking question who came from Bullpen made the biggest, you know what I mean, statement out here. Like, you shot to the... I heard your name way before I even seen you rap. I just thought I don't know what LOSO. Who the fuck is LOSO? Who the fuck is LOSO? But then I saw your shit. I'm like, he's fired. You know what I mean? So I was, you know what? I was challenging myself not to bring this up this early in the interview. But fuck it, let's just talk about the Christian thing, man. You know what I mean? So when did you start incorporating your faith in your bars?
So for me, it wasn't even like I was incorporating it. It was just my life. So same way like what you rapping, right? You rap the pain or struggle, whatever it is, right? You only rapping from your worldview, and this is what I try to tell people. Like, whoever kind of like want to throw at me and my brothers and whatnot, like, yo, this is a gimmick. I'm like, a gimmick is something that you not, and you utilizing it in battle rap to kind of like, you know, to catapult yourself. My thing is, bro, this what I do. This is who I am. Like you, like when I battled Prep in Tampa, and Prep was like, "Yo, you ain't do nothing for Tampa," and I started saying that everybody in Tampa in the crowd was cheering because they know, they see the homeless outreaches, they see the food drives, they see when we passing out coats and stuff, they see that stuff. So my thing is like,
that was powerful when you brag. And you know what I'm saying? With Tampa as a whole, like,
you know what I'm saying. And so my thing is like, Henny, like, it wasn't me incorporating, but for me, I got saved like I met Jesus when I was like, I want to say 20 years old. You know what I'm saying? So after that, I started, and then, you know, I did that competition, I want to say in 2013. So for me, by the time I started doing battle rap, it was already consuming my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is who God was just, I had just been changed, and trust me, bro, like, I was wild.
Yeah,
I was wild out there. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is like, when I got
how many
saved,
people have you killed?
That's the
No, I'm fucking with you.
But my thing is like, you know, so like when I got saved and I started rapping, I didn't even think of it like, yo, I gotta incorporate. It was just, yo, I'm just real. So you real, you know what I'm saying? Like, we just gonna rap about our current situation.
I actually use you as a reference a lot of times when the believability conversation comes up, because I'm trying to explain, you don't gotta be Geechee Gotti believable. You're not only believable if you rap about guns and violence. I said LOSO is a Christian, and I believe the shit out of that. Like, I look at it and it's believable. That's believability. I believe he is who the fuck he is right then, off the camera.
You know what's so crazy though? B-Dot told me, he said, yo, I don't believe what you believe in, but I know you believe what you believe in.
Y'all got fire back.
Yeah, B-Dot said like when I hear you rap, I know you believe what you believe.
Yeah.
And Ryder came up to me, he said like, bro, like something about you, like your conviction, like he said you sound like a pastor when you rap.
Yeah.
And so I was like, yo, that's real, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, it's just,
I can see you at the pulpit. I don't think you sound like a pastor. Only reason I don't think you sound like a pastor is because you coming from here. Pastors sometimes come from here. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like you're relatable. You right here with us. You know what I mean? Like I don't know if I could do a sit down interview with a pastor
facts, right?
and drink Henny and be comfortable. You know what I mean? Is that something that's accepted?
Bro, so this is what I tell people all the time. Like, it's not a sin. It's not wrong. Like, this right. I tell people like, yo, in moderation. You know what I'm saying? Like, you will never ever catch me tipsy or drunk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like me, I'm a social drinker. Like, you drink. You know what I'm saying? And I truly believe. Like, people ask me like, yo, why are you with these dudes? You know what I'm saying? Why are you with the Geechees and the Henny Men? Stuff like, why you trying? I'm like, yo, if Jesus was here, who do you think he'll be with? You think he'll be with
street niggas?
I mean, it's like the dudes, like, you know what I'm saying, who he trying to build relationships with, and he trying to help out and stuff like that. So my thing is like, ain't nothing wrong with this. Now, granted, you know what I'm saying, you won't ever see me smoke weed, but that's because we in Florida. You know what I'm saying? It's illegal. But if I was somewhere else, I still probably wouldn't, just because I don't smoke weed myself. My thing's like, if you in Colorado, you in Cali, hey, go ahead.
Yeah, because you're supposed to obey all
laws and laws.
You
know what I'm saying? As long as they don't contradict one another. But to me, like, anybody who's like, yo, why you drinking ham? I'm just like, what's the problem? But the thing about it though, we got presuppositions of like, oh, a Christian can't do that.
Yeah.
Like, I've heard plenty of times, yo, and the crazy thing is, dudes in battle rap be like, yo, you too Christian, bro, leave. And the crazy thing is, I got Christians saying, man, you too much like, you not Christian enough. Okay. And then I found myself like in the middle, I'm like, dang, I can't win from nobody. Y'all think I'm too much like Jesus. They think I'm not like Jesus at all.
You never made me feel like that. You know what I mean? You never made me feel like I can't say this or do this around LOSO. Like, yeah, I mean, I probably tried to pass you a blunt before. I mean,
I tell everybody, yo, just be real around me, and I'm gonna be real around you. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah. So, I mean, this is kind of off battle rap, but you just said something interesting. Is it a situation where a man-made law comes in the way of a God-made law, for lack of a better term?
So let me I'm trying to think. So for instance, like right now, if they turn it, I think they're trying to make a law like, if you say anything negative about homosexuality, right, it's considered hate speech, and you could get in trouble for that, right? So obviously, I know people who are gay, and I'm like, yo, that's you, you know what I'm saying? But my thing is like, if someone asked me on the subject, someone asked me like, yo, is this okay? Is this right? I would say, nah, I don't believe in same-sex marriage. You know what I'm saying? If there was a law to not say that, I would still say it, because I know I have a law that's over that. You know what I'm saying? I know guys. I'm just like, yo, I don't have a problem. Like, it's not because I got a problem. I got a problem because God has a problem with it. You know what I'm saying? So in that situation, I don't know a specific one right now, like that. You know, that's kind of like that I'm dealing with in life.
That's a good example. Where in the Bible does it say that you can't be gay?
So I mean, they got several verses like in Corinthians or whatnot, basically let you know like homosexuality is a sin. You know what I'm saying? And
it says that in there.
Oh yeah.
It says the word homosexuality.
Homosexuality. Yep. Plain as day.
Word.
Yep. Plain as day.
That's crazy.
And it was a thing. It was a thing back then. But then on top of that, like marriage is between a man and a woman. You know what I'm saying? So.
I put just.
Nah, you good. But yeah, you know. So that's a. So I don't know. Like I said, I don't know another law, but I was just trying to think of one off the top. But
nah, that's a good one. That's a good one. I definitely feel you, man. I hope you don't get no hate speech on your Twitter because of what you just. Yeah, man.
But like I said, I'm cool with all of them. Like you know the battle rapper J2.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Like
he's actually fire.
And I tell him, you know what I'm saying. And you know what's crazy? One that he had a battle in Tampa, and I'm supporting dude. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't nothing, but I always tell people, bro, like.
He not Christian stuff too, don't he? Sometimes.
Nah, no.
I mean, I know he disrespectful as shit.
Yeah.
I seen him battle.
He said something.
Yeah.
Drugs? You saw him battle drugs or something?
Nah, I seen him battle somebody and talking about God. He was talking about his faith in God.
Probably.
And yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But my thing is like, that's my boy. Like if I see him, I dap him up, and it's nothing like I don't do that. No, because I know where I came from, bro, and I know even now, like I ain't perfect, you know what I'm saying? Like I deal with stuff like a real man. Like A-Will said this powerful line in one of his battles. It was against Cortez, and he was like, yo, even when, because you know his slogan is God is good.
All the time.
And A-Will said, yo, even when I say my slogan, sometimes it's hard for me to believe it. Like, it's real, you know what I'm saying? Like,
what you mean? Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying?
He
like,
said that in the bar?
Yeah, he said that in Cortez. He said, yo,
whoa.
Sometimes when I say my slogan, it's even tough for me to believe. Because, yo, we go through this real stuff every day.
Hey, water's so fire.
You know what I'm saying? And if you listening to that, how can you, even if you don't believe it, how can you not relate to that? How can you not be like, yo, I feel that. I feel that sometimes, yo, I'm looking at my life, I'm like, yo, how can you tell me God is good? And he's great. So my thing is like, these are real, like we're real people dealing with real things, and the only difference is like, yo, I'm just saying, yo, Jesus saved my life, so. And I ain't trying to turn your joint to.
Nah, that's what we here for, man. This shit talks everything. I'm into this is shit that I want to be in tune with. You know what I mean? Like with these jumps, man, it's not about who you about to battle or who you just battled. This shit is about life. Who are you as a motherfucking person? Somebody could look at this shit 5 years from now and it still be relevant as opposed to me saying, yo, who you battling on Born Legacy? Next year that shit ain't gonna matter.
Ain't relevant.
You know what I mean? The video ain't gonna matter. You know what I mean? Hold on, so I just had a good one. Damn it. Fuck. Shit. Anyway. Matter of fact, you know what? Prior to Four Horsemen.
Yeah.
Take me through your story through your eyes after you link with John, Shaq, and Kobe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? From between that little gap up until you already.
Yeah. So I go and I hear about this tryout. The tryout, they told me about the Bullpen joint, and prior to this, I wanted to do Spit That Heat. Spit That Heat was the biggest league near me. Yeah. So it was a staple for Southern battle rap. I've been trying to get in contact with Blow, and I couldn't get in contact with, like, they just weren't like book it. They just weren't looking at my footage, and like I said, I only had one footage at the time.
Trez is up there.
Trez is up there.
I think of Trez when I think of the South.
Yep. You think of Trez, you think of Flacco, you think of
I do not think of Flacco.
Okay,
Shout out to him.
Got you.
I just seen him.
But it's a couple. But it's a couple of dudes, you know what I'm saying? But my thing is like, for me, when I was trying to get on there, I haven't heard anything yet. Now, John, I just hear that John's doing a trial league in Atlanta. I said, I bet. Street Hymns is already on Bullpen. And nobody don't notice, he was on their first card. He was booked on their first card. Okay. And so I contacted Street Hymns. He was like, yo, John, good people, go ahead and do it. So I went. It was $100 fee. I paid $100. And you didn't know who your opponent was until they wrote you back. So they wrote me back, and they linked me up with somebody. So up into the thing, I'm thinking it's all new battlers. So I'm thinking when it comes to a new battler, I'm above the curve right now. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm not a new dude who's just like, yo, you could just tell like, yo, he got some potential, but like I could go in there and really catch wreck. Well, when the flyer drops, I'm looking at all these names. I'm like, Jack Boy. I'm looking at like Cannon the Beast. I'm like, yo, these Spit That Heat battlers. Yeah. And they've been battling for years.
Jack Boy went on Spit That Heat.
Jack Boy never been on Spit That Heat?
No.
All right, but Jack Boy had been battling though.
Yeah.
Jack Boy had been battling. So I'm looking at these dudes and I'm like, yo, these dudes have been battling for a minute. Yeah. And they're on this card.
Like it felt like it was more official than you thought.
And so for me, I was like, there's no way I could go ahead and win this tournament now. Yeah. I said, you know what? Best I could do is just try to show out, and it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So what I did, I finally got in contact with Spit That Heat. Check this out. Blow and Shanita Mathis, who was with Blow at the time.
I know.
They finally got.
She with John.
She with John.
Okay.
Yep. They finally got back to me, and it was like, yo, we got a battle with this. We gonna hook you up with this battle against this dude named Chris Trotter. Right? I guess he was coming up. So I don't know if you know Chris Trotter. He out in Tennessee with Bars Major, but I was gonna battle him. And so I already booked it because I didn't think things were going to pan out with Bullpen after this event. So I'm driving up there, you know what I'm saying? I write all my rounds, I memorize it. Now, I remember John was on Twitter. I even tweeted John. I said, yo, make sure you remember this. Like, I'm going to show you who I am. And John just tweeted back. He didn't know who I was. Just tweeted this dude back. He just said, I'm looking forward to it. That's all he wrote me.
Yeah.
He didn't know who I was. He didn't know what was going to come out of this.
Did you believe the tweet? Because it sounded like you a little...
I didn't believe the tweet. I'm going to be honest with you. What I wanted, though, I didn't think I was going to win the event.
Yeah.
Because it was too many. Billy Dutchess, all these dudes were on here.
I've heard of them.
Wavy, you know what I'm saying? So my thing is like, I'm looking at this, I'm like, yo, it's no way I can come out on top. But if I could just show him something, maybe he could just, he just throw my name out there in the mix. So...
Fire. I like the thought process.
Check this out now. The event, and I tell people, what you need sometimes, bro, you need the perfect storm. And if you ask all these different, like, if you hear Chilla's story with the JC battle, if you hear all these, like, it was a perfect storm that everything matched up perfectly.
You heard him tell you, he told you the story?
He told me the story, you know what I'm saying, with that. But my thing is yeah, sit down with that.
I need that.
But my thing is like, with me, I was like, yo, I need all the stars to line tonight. So I'm memorized. I'm locked in, bro. The place is packed. It was a free event. Everyone's in.
I'm gonna pause you for a second. I gotta thank you. You just gave me a whole thought for a new idea. I'm gonna do some shit called Classic Revisited and get a phone conversation with the niggas revisiting the classic battles like that shit you just said with Chilla.
Yep.
That's lit. I'm going straight for that. But nah, go ahead though.
Yeah. So it's a free event.
Yeah.
John throws a free event. He didn't charge at the door, but he charged us $100 to join the trial, which is fine because he had a grand prize, I think that night, of $1,000.
Right.
So I show up and it's packed. All the battles are there. I'm looking around like, dang, like my heart started racing. I'm like, I'm in front of a bunch of people, and there was one battle that started the night off, and it was a fire battle. It was Billy Dutchess versus Wavington. They set off the night. Crazy battle. Billy Dutchess has a crazy event. Crazy performance. He wins that battle. We waiting for the next one to go on, and I see my opponent. His name's Bully Danny. He's actually from Baltimore. I'm not sure if you're familiar with him.
What is his name?
Bully Danny.
Nah.
He's a young dude, though. So I see him walking on stage, and I'm like, what? And I see him go to John, and he basically tells John, yo, I want to battle next. I want to get this over with. John gets on the microphone. I need Loso to the stage. You about to go ahead and battle Bully Danny, right? No one knows who I am. Not a single soul. I go on stage. I'm like, all right, it's showtime. You know what I'm saying? I lose the coin toss, and I go first. And when I go first, the crowd was in the palm of my hand. Just from my delivery, I start rapping, and I just notice people are there. Now you gotta think about it. Not only is John hosting this event, but you got Chef Trez in the building. You know what I'm saying? He's on the judge. T-Top's one of the judges. Danger Zone one of the judges. And so they're there, and you got people like, okay, yo, this is a legit thing. I go in, and everyone's reacting. Now my opponent, he wasn't terrible. He goes in his first round, starts coming back, and a lot of people might even have him edge in the first. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it was good at the time. I go with my second round, which I knew was a crazy round, bro, and it goes crazy in the building.
He was dumping on.
Not only was it so crazy, but there was these three ladies in the front who were drunk, and they were screaming at like high pitched voices in the battle, bro. And during that, I'm like, man, I should probably like freestyle. I should rebuttal.
Oh, you did a rebuttal type zone?
So I did something like, you know what I'm saying? I got a ratchet so loud, it should be sitting in the front row. But it's the thing, honey. If you check it right, I say that now. Everybody, like, it's like a split little second. I said it should be sitting in the front row. You see everybody face like, oh. Bro, when I tell you, and the room fell, bro.
Yeah.
They grabbed me. I remember Chef Trez grabbed me. He sat me. Danger Zone was like, "Don't move, bro. It's crazy." Like, bro, it was ridiculous. And after that, my third round hit again, and Bully Danny was kind of going down, but my every round was on top, and I just remember thinking like, "Yo, this is the best thing that could have happened," because I was super nervous to go up there. Bully, my opponent wants to battle. We hit it off. And then now all of a sudden everybody knows. So every other battle came up there, and it was cool battles here and there. It was a couple good performances here and there. But when I went up there, the thing that gave me the edge was the fact that nobody knew who I was.
Yeah.
And that's who John was looking for. He was hoping that he found somebody that nobody knew, so he could say, "This is mine." And I remember there was a couple of dudes who went up to him and said, no matter who you pick as the winner tonight, you need to stay with that kid."
Yeah.
And it's a you know what I'm saying, it's an interview on YouTube, and John says that he's like, "Yo, I didn't profit I didn't make a dime off this event because it was a free event, and I lost a lot of money booking the venue, the bar, and stuff like that." He said, "But I did profit off the winner, and his name is LOSO, and you're gonna hear a lot about him." He said that, bro. And he called me. We exchanged numbers, and you gotta think about it, bro. Like, that's John the Don for a dude like, you know, like who didn't, nobody knew. When I get the phone call the next week, it was a wrap, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of just, I looked at my phone. It said Yonkers. I knew it was from him.
Yeah.
Picked up the phone, and it was surreal. You know what I'm saying? He just told me. He said, "Yo, this is my plan, yada yada," and stuck with it.
Shout out John for the vision, man.
Yeah.
I mean, like that. It takes great foresight to take them type of risks. And just believe they gonna pay off. He had faith. You know what I mean? Maybe that's the word of the day. He had faith. And then you put it up, you know what I mean? And it's just all laid out. Shout out to John. Shout out to Bullpen. You know what I mean? And that whole movement. All right, so this is a two-part question. The first part of it, you ain't got to spend time on. But that freestyle / rebuttal, would you say that's like one of your most important bars ever?
Ever, bro.
Okay. And then the second part to that was that an imaginary gun bar?
It was. So I had just started imaginary gun bars in Tampa, right? I just did it really because the dude I was battling, it was an angle or whatnot. But because it went so well, I was like, "Hey, let me go do it." You know what I'm saying? And it was supposed to be my staple. It was supposed to be like my special move. And so I was doing it. So when I did it over there, I did do an imaginary gun bar set. And because I had imaginary gun bars, that was one that I had just thought about on the fly. Boom, it hit. You know what I'm saying? So, but
yeah. So why did you stop the imaginary gun bar thing?
I stopped the imaginary. So it was two reasons. And I told people that. So when I linked up with the Four Horsemen, Street Hymns actually told me. He said, "Yo, I would like to just see you not do it." You know what I'm saying? Now at the time I was just like, "Why? Like it's a special move." You know what I'm saying? Like I'm doing it. And the thing about it though is that I didn't come in the game getting slandered for using it. Like, people were just like, "Yo, this is fire." You know what I'm saying? Because I was doing, there was a reason. There was a whole, you know, at the line I was like, you know, "I know y'all saying Christians shouldn't use gun bars, and I hear all that. I just wanted to show the whole world how I feel every time I hear y'all rap." Boom, right? So it made sense. But when Street Hymns told me that, the second thing was my opponents started using it as an angle. And so it turned from a move I had to something that actually was working against me. So people would kind of build whole narratives on Christian with gun bars. And you know, I could sit down and debate with you and rebuttal like, "Yo, this is entertainment, this is yada, all this stuff." But at the same time, I was just like, man, you know what? So the first battle I never did it in was against Bad News. Bad News had a whole round about me using gun bars. But I knew that was gonna come in because we had already been debating off camera and online and stuff like that. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and promote like I'm gonna have the craziest gun bars this battle. I don't have a single one. And it was the first time I didn't do it, and when I didn't do it, it worked so well. And also, I was just like, man, you know what? It got to a point I felt like I was dependent on it. Like, it was like, yo, if I get to my second round and I do imaginary gun bars, then it's a wrap for my opponent because I'm definitely gonna win that round. Well, it don't happen like that. I don't need it. And I felt like for me, it was making me a better rider. Like, if you hear my stuff, like my old stuff, like just my setups and everything, like it just wasn't clean. And I remember I used to get a lot of feedback from different battlers about that. But I didn't know, I wasn't comprehending, because you gotta think about, I was just starting to battle rap. Then after that, bro, like now, like every word, every line. Like I make sure like I'm making sense with everything I jot down now. And so that's specifically why, even though people still kind of, you know, no matter what,
they're still gonna.
I haven't, bro. I haven't.
It's not relevant no more.
I haven't used the gumball in so long.
It's not
but
relevant no more.
My next opponent, you know, they're gonna say a Christian with gumball, and you know, people gonna eat it up because you know it is.
It's gonna start getting old because it's gonna start getting old. I ain't gonna dwell on it, but that angle is gonna start getting old if you're not using them. It's not relevant. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, though, so you won this tournament.
Oh yeah.
So you just a tournament winning motherfucker. You just came in. You over here out of Chicago. You in Atlanta winning the tournament. Yeah. And then what though?
So after I win the tournament, John calls me and he says, "Yo, I want to put you on the next big card. This is Chef Trez versus Saya Boy main event card, right?
Okay.
It's like a bullpen.
Yeah.
It's like so John every year what he does is
like
the
recent
joint, right? Yeah. He takes a full card just full of his bulls. So me and the second place winner, Billy Dutchess, who had been battling for a minute, he's a spit that heat dude. We was on the card. And I'm like, I bet, you know, this is, and I was opening the card, and I was like, yo, this the one I need. Well, Billy Dutchess doesn't show up to the event that day. Okay. And so I was like, dang. And I felt like, man, I just lost my opportunity. But it was another perfect storm, bro. What ends up happening, Billy Dutchess doesn't show up. I don't battle on an event. John's throwing an event, I think, a month later. That was in April. That Billy Dutchess event was in April. He's throwing one in June. And this is where I battled Barry Bands at. I don't know if you ever saw me and Barry Bands.
I may have.
Okay, so this battle, you know Barry Bands.
Right? I know exactly who he is. Yeah.
So Barry Bands, this battle is the battle that, even though John was talking about me on Twitter.
That might be the first one I saw.
And this is the battle that some people had just, like Jazz the Rapper reached out. Dangerous already knew, but Jazz the Rapper, Jay Black had reached out. Like, these people were like, yo, okay, who's this dude LOSO and why is he wilding? He links me up. And now Barry Bands tried out for the event too. The thing about it though, his opponent no-showed. And there was a lot of talk like, if Barry Bands was on the tryout, LOSO wouldn't have won the tryout. So I was like, all right, bet. I told him. I actually told John. John was like, yo, who do you want in this car? I said, yo, give me Bad News. And this is when me and Bad News did not like each other. I said, give me Bad News. Bad News like, nah, I got something to do that day. He had nothing to do that day, but he, you know, he was playing his cards.
I want you to get back to y'all and not like each other.
Bet. So he didn't have, you know what I'm saying? He ended up battling that same card, but this is what happened.
So he basically dubbed you.
He dubbed me, but it actually worked out for him better too. So this is what happened. So this is when the rap game comes out, and John's on the rap game, and Jermaine Dupri hits him up and says, yo, what I want to do, I want to take my kids to a battle event, and I want two of them to go ahead and battle, right? So Canada Beats and Bad News, they battle.
I remember that.
But when me and Barry Bands are on, when we about to get on stage, that's when Jermaine Dupri is about to walk in with all the Lifetime cameras and everything. So we're on TV now. Me and Barry Bands are on Lifetime.
I think that's the only episode of that show I watched.
That's the only one I ever watched. and we showed up on Lifetime, bro. And I'm wilding on Barry Bands, bro. Like I knew what I wanted to do. I knew everything. You know what I'm saying? Like the gumbars, the magic gumbars was like on 10. The things I was talking to him about, and it just went so crazy that like. I was taking shots at dudes. I was taking shots at drugs because I knew there was a little DMV clique that they had. And so my thing is like, after that, John was just like, all right, we about to run with this.
Yeah, it's on.
Literally the next month, we had another event, and it was Fade. It was the biggest bullpen event of the day.
Fade,
And Fade is where John was supposed to battle Daylight, but the battle didn't go down. But they had Cortez and Riggs. They had DNA Chef Trez.
So Suge was on that card?
Nah, Suge wasn't on that card. You talking about a different one. But for me, I battled XL.
Yeah.
This is the first rapper that kind of like gave me a shot.
Yeah.
But John hits XL up. XL comes down, and we put on a crazy battle, bro. And it does crazy numbers. This is my first 100,000 view battle.
Yeah.
This is my first battle that like Rap Grid is tweeting about because Rap Grid is doing the pay-per-view.
Right.
And so people's like, yo, who is this kid and why is he wilding again? Right. And then what the crazy thing is, a lot of people say that's the best XL ever. And so we would had a legit crazy battle back and forth. And so after that same year, I battled DNA. That was my close range shot. He did close range. That's the one you talking about, Suge. And
DNA hosted it, right?
Yep. And DNA that year, so he ended up doing a list. I remember DNA did a list that year, 2016, and he had only lost 2 battles. He said he battled like 26 times, bro, and caught W's all year. But he says that he only lost 2 battles. He lost Gun Titles Part 1, and he said LOSO was my other loss. And I knew I won the battle too, you know what I'm saying?
That's fine. Shout out to DNA for being real.
And so my thing is like, when they did that event, that was my first close range event, and that was a crazy year for me. And I remember like, you know, people would put me on the stock rise list. They did a rookie of the year list. Some battle rap media, I came out #1. This is now when the world is like, who's this kid? It's 2016. And so then after that, Bad News is up next.
Yeah.
You want me to get into that?
I want you to go all the way. I want you to go all the way to you.
Right, so Bad News. So I told you we hated each other, bro.
Yeah.
When I tell you we hated each other, like we did not like each other. So we was in this group chat. We had a Bullpen group chat at the time. We always used to throw shots at each other. And Bad News to tell you, bro, like he hated me. Like he did not like me at all. And I think it was just the competitive nature, but it ended up getting like, you know, probably a little personal and whatnot. But so me and Bad News, we were the top dudes at the time. Bad News just finished battling Shotgun Suge, and Hitman does an interview after that, right? They asked Hitman Holla, who's the best out of Bullpen? And he says, if I judge it tonight, Bad News had the best performance out of everyone. That's what he said. He said
versus Shotgun Suge.
Yeah. He said Bad News performed, and it was. Bad News performance versus Shotgun Suge was 10 times better than what I did against DNA. But he said, but if I was looking at everything that their total package, he says, I think LOSO is a star. I think he's crazy. I think LOSO's the best battler overall. That's what he said. So now you got this, who's the top bull? LOSO versus Bad News. Bet. Let's go ahead and do it. John sets it up. Bro, we pack out the venue that he does, right? It's the Omega Agency, which is real big in Atlanta. We pack it out. And it's a Bullpen card. Remember, a whole bull card. We pack it out. We the main event, and me and Bad News going. Bad News goes first. I go second. I do my first round, and my first round is crazy. I'm killing. I tell Bad News all the time. I went on like a 32-6 run on you. You know what I'm saying? At this basketball, Bad News comes back second round and gets wild on me. This way he pocket checks me. He ripped my jacket when he pocket checked.
He really did?
He ripped it. And then what made it bad though, he ran the bar back because it was such a room shaker. But instead of pocket checking me, he pocket checked Street Him.
Get the fuck out of here! Hey,
it was so
that's fire, boy. That's fire.
So he pocket checked Street Him, bro, and it was like he just thought of that on the fly. He looked at Street Him, you know what I'm saying? And so
I definitely seen this battle, but to hear you tell this man, it's
crazy.
Just...
And what happened though, I pocket checked Bad News in the first round, and the room went crazy. It was the first time you was like, "Oh, Christian just pocket checked somebody." I said, "You ain't been in church in 5 years, man. Give me them tithes back." That's what I told Bad News, and everybody going crazy. Bad News was even looking like, "Dang, all right, cool." So our third rounds both hit, and a lot of people was like, "Yo, it almost sounded like y'all wrote together the way y'all was combating each other." Well, it was a judge battle. We had a judge, we did a judge battle for money. That's how much we didn't like each other. We was like, "Nah, we need a winner." They picked 3 judges that night. Them dudes debating in the back, and they come out, and they 3 judges, bro, say it's a tie. We said, what? I mean, it was like, what?
That's a classic story right there, though.
That's crazy. I was like, yo, I felt like I won. Bad News felt like he won. I actually would have been more content with you trying to say that he won. But now when now John dropped it that week. He dropped it like in 7 days. And when he dropped it, the world, you know, we the battle rap culture starts talking about it. And a lot of and News knows this. A lot of people, even on YouTube and all around, was like, "Yo, LOSO kind of got that." But crazy battle. After the Bad News joint, now I'm on the public scene. I'm already getting calls from URL. I'm turning them down. Though, you know what I'm saying? I'm with John. I just battled Bad News. Ganny calls me. yo, we doing Blackout. Now this was huge for me. John hadn't even done Blackout. John hadn't even done Blackout, so I was like, what?
Is this the gyms battle?
It's the gyms battle.
Okay.
Boom. We want you to go ahead and battle Jim. Now, I wasn't too fond of battling gyms at the time, but I was like, man, you know what? I can't turn this.
You didn't respect him?
Nah, I didn't.
Stop being dirty?
Yeah. But he had just started it. But you know what? He had just
finding himself.
He had just beat, this is Fat Gyms too at the time. He had just beat Avert for cash. For money. So we go up there, and it wasn't, like, for me, that was my first time outside of my comfort zone. I'm battling at KOTD, and it was a different crowd. It was in Toronto, and so I just wasn't really, like, hitting. A lot of people still had me winning the battle. Every poll, everything I looked at, I had me winning the battle. But, and Jim's was a funny guy, so, you know what I'm saying, he's joking and stuff like that. But the battle was kind of lackluster. But no matter what, though, it was a monument for me because I was like, yo, I just went to Toronto and I just battled on this league and this is crazy. You know what I'm saying? So boom, now I battle gyms on I got my KOTD played out the way. Literally, I think 2 weeks later, me and Street Hymns do a 2-on-2 against Farrah and Shuni.
Yeah, I remember that.
This is a big call for Bullpen too because they team up with Queen of the Ring.
I remember that. Y'all are some strong brothers.
Yeah. So we go on there.
Old sexy ass. I seen that interview after.
And
she was throwing that thing at me. I caught it.
So.
Oh, you married though. Respect.
So we went and did the event, and the crazy thing, a lot of people don't know, we almost backed out the battle because we was not ready, bro. Me and Street Hymns, we had only had, it was 2 weeks later after my gyms battle, so Street Hymns I had to fly Street Hymns to my house in Tampa, and we had to literally come up together for a week. We was only together for a week, bro, and even in the middle of the week, I had things to do. I was working, so we didn't have all day. We trying to write. We get to Atlanta probably, like, if the event on a Saturday, we get to Atlanta Friday. And
y'all was fired.
That's struggling, bro. And we not having our rounds down. We messing up. I can't remember my material. I can't remember where I'm coming in. Now check this out.
That was 2017?
This is 2017.
Damn, time go by.
It's 2017.
Fast, man.
2017. So I'm like, yo, I looked at Street Hymns, I said, bro, we gotta call John and we gotta tell him because we're not about to go up there and just choke every round and lose to fair and shooting like that. So Street Hymns like, man, let's just sleep on it, bro. You know what I'm saying? And in the morning, if we can't do it, we just can't do it. Street Hymns goes to sleep. I stayed up for a little bit. I'm trying to go over my rounds. I'm trying to go over the rounds that we wrote together. And no lie, I'm not trying to get like super duper spiritual, nothing like that. When I tell you, bro, I was just like, I'm gonna just pray. I literally prayed. And I was tired, bro. I'm praying. I prayed until I fell asleep. When I tell you I woke up the next morning, bro, y'all could take this for however you want. When I tell you I woke up the next morning, Henny, and I knew every lyric, bro. Everything was in my head, bro. And the night before, I didn't have nothing down. I woke up, it was something, I just felt it. I woke up the next morning, and like, regardless, nobody in my position, everybody gonna be looking like, yo, this dude weird, but I can only say what happened.
Nah, I don't think that's
bro, I literally woke up the next morning. When I tell you I was on 10, bro, I went to the venue in a tank top, bro. My tats on, I was so confident, bro. I grabbed Street Hymns, I said, let's go over these rounds. Bro, everything hit, bang, bang, bang. We sparring with all these other dudes. He was ready, but we go up there. It was a crazy performance, bro. Crazy. And then it made it so dope because Farrah and Shuni was putting on the show, regardless of what they thought they did.
They did good.
You know what I'm saying?
I think y'all won that.
But you know what I'm saying? And Farrah seducing Street Hymns kind of, gave it a little like extra spin. And so it just went crazy, you know what I'm saying? And we was wilding that event. So after that, this is another year that people are talking about me. And so at this time, everybody is saying Saga and B-Dot need a battle. Saga and B-Dot need a battle. But Saga wasn't taking the battle though because he was in URL and he was on contract. You know what I'm saying? And B-Dot didn't want to do a PG to go. He just felt like, yo, I don't need to do that to battle you. Well, I had said from the get. I said actually a year before. I said, yo, B-Dot, I'll battle you. You know what I'm saying? A-Ward was actually supposed to battle B-Dot too. But they wanted to do it on the PG and A-Ward turned it down because he just felt like the situation just wasn't right. So all these different things that were occurring didn't go through, and so I said, give me B-Dot. B-Dot didn't want to battle me before because he said, yo, nobody don't know you. This is in 2016. I was like, what? 2017 came along, right? I did Black, I did all this stuff, and B-Dot gets hit up by John, and we like, yo, for this next Fade event, we about to do it. Now, me and B-Dot's stock is like this at this point. Every battle he has, every battle I have, people are talking about us, right?
This,
Then on top of that, he's this conscious brother, I'm this Christian brother, and we about to meet. I do this crazy trailer, it goes viral. He does a crazy trailer with Avo, it goes viral, and they announce it, and everyone. And the crazy thing is, this the return. John hadn't battled in like 2 years, I think, before this. It was a return of John versus Chilla Jones on that card. Everybody still was talking.
I wasn't excited about that battle, John and Chilla.
Bro, Jay Black, I remember Champion did a thing. They said that's the main event, but the real main event is LOSO and B-Dot. That's what they said.
It just came John and Chilla. It just came out of nowhere. Whereas it's way more of a story with y'all.
And so for me, I knew how important the battle was. I knew how important the battle was. Now, granted, you know, when I watch it back now, you know, I'm my own biggest critic, so I'm like, man, you know, I tell B-Dot all the time. B-Dot's one of my closest bros, but I'm like, yo, if we would have done this battle today, it would have been crazier. You know what I'm saying? But when it happened at that time,
you can't do that.
You know what I'm saying? But
that's a classic, you know that.
Bro,
right?
yeah, when I went up there, and even apart from battle rap, bro, I get hit up so many different people like, yo, that's the only battle I watch. That's the only battle that I can sit down with my mom and watch or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So like that goes past that. But me and B-Dot, I already knew, no matter what the outcome was, I said to myself, I'm gonna grab B-Dot's hand and I'm gonna raise it up like this after a boxing match, right? I'm always thinking marketing. So when the battle goes on, my first round, boom. B-Dot to this day says, yo, I've never been hit with a first round like that. I think y'all recapped it.
We did the
LOSO first round, B-Dot going back and forth, we going back, boom, it's going crazy, right?
My man hat fell off in the
chat. I remember that. And so after the third round, you know what I'm saying, like it was such a 5 battle, everybody's going crazy, and John goes, y'all give it up for this classic. The room is packed, bro, front to back. And we the last battle, like, yeah, everybody's going crazy. I grab B-Dot's hand and I just pull it up like this, bro, and somebody must have took the perfect picture, bro, boom. And I took that, and I remember I said, yo, I hope I find it. Boom, I got the picture. I posted on Instagram. I said, on this day, everybody's going to remember. No, like 10 years from now, we still going to talk about when LOSO and B-Dot battle.
That battle is that motherfucking good. I just want to make sure this shit's still cool. It's still lit. Yeah, that battle is that motherfucking good, though. Like,
boom, we put it up there, and that's what I wanted.
Yeah.
Boom. So now, after this, B-Dot gets hit up for a PG next month. On Traffic versus Emerson Kennedy. He calls me, he tells me, and I'm like, hey, do it. And so this is the first dude who really, even though a lot of people point to what I did, I tell people all the time, like, B-Dot was really the first one who said, I ain't doing no regular PG. I'm gonna be on a crazy card. That was the Tay-Rock and Diz card. He goes, battles Emerson Kennedy, has a crazy round, right? He goes viral in that third round when he's coming at smack and stuff.
Right.
And so, you know, ends up doing great. And so 2018 come around. So 2017 ends. I'm on the Swords top 10. I'm on Champions top 10. Me and B-Dot's being talked about, all this stuff. Next 2018 come around, and now oh my bad. Right before B-Dot, I battled Jay Murder. I remember that. Crazy event too. I went crazy over there. Boom, all this stuff. Right. So I already built a relationship with ARP. The next year, now it's all about making moves, you know what I'm saying? He hits me up and he says, yo, I want you to battle Show Off. It was Show Off's return. I said, I bet. I go up there, it's Show Off, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, regardless of what y'all think, like, he's a dope battle rapper. And John at that point, no, he saw me against B-Dot, he saw me against DNA, he saw me against all these dudes. He'll tell you, every interview, he'll say, I didn't know LOSO was really like that. Because John battled Big K that night. Yeah. He said, I didn't know LOSO was like that until he shook that New York crowd. He said that day when I was standing behind him and I saw what he was doing against Show Off in the first round, John tell you, that's when I knew, all right, LOSO's here.
Yeah.
What you about to say?
Nah, I'm saying that is just crazy. I forgot John and Big K battled on that joint because they had beef.
Yeah.
And they were supposed to go outside and fight, and Good's the one that ended up doing what he did.
Yeah, that's
you know what I mean? And them motherfuckers ain't even had beef.
That's a fact, yeah.
That's crazy.
So you know, I go crazy on the Show Off battle, boom. Right after Show Off, ARP hits me back up again. No, Daylight asked for you. I said, all right, let's do it. Daylight battle was crazy because we said, let's put money on the line.
Mm-hmm.
It was a judge battle now. Now, regardless, here's the thing. Daylight at the time was now my most debated battle because a lot of people feel like Daylight beat me 2-1, right? Daylight choked in the third. Okay. A lot of people feel like he beat me 2-1, but here's the thing. Even though it's a debated battle, it's my clearest win because it was a judge battle. So no matter what you can say, regardless, I left with the money. You know what I'm saying? Like, I left with the money and the judges unanimously said LOSO won. You know what I'm saying? And they did it in a boxing format.
Shout out Daylight. Hey, unblock me on Twitter, motherfucker. I was just joking. Fuck.
Yeah. So the Daylight joint happened. After that, I got hit up from KOTD again, Massacre, right?
Yeah.
So I'm getting these battles back to back. I'm trying to think if I had a Bullpen one that year, but I battle money bags now. Which at the time I wasn't happy, right? I wasn't like, yo, y'all give me money bags. But that was just me wanting the name, so I said, man, Bumpy, you know what? I'll go to Boston, and I did Massacre.
Massacre. That's my favorite KOTD staple right there.
Yo, you know what's so crazy, man? That's one of my favorite battles. So me versus, if y'all haven't seen LOSO versus Money Bags, watch
your performance or back and forth?
Both, bro.
Yeah.
Both. Now, me, I just feel it's one of my cleanest performances in general. Like the stuff I was doing, all that stuff, it was going crazy. I just felt so comfortable that day. And especially coming after the Daylight battle, which wasn't like a great stellar. Me and Daylight tells all the day, we're like, yo, that battle should have been crazy, but it was actually a terrible battle. But me and Moneybags end up having a better battle and a great back and forth. I go crazy on Boston. Boom, after that, now my name's in the running for Champion of the Year.
Okay.
Right?
Without URL.
Without URL. Yeah. Even before, but you gotta think about the year before, I made top 10 without it.
Yeah.
2018, now it's like, all right, LOSO here. So, the person at that time, this is halfway through the year, right? We in May now, it's about to be June. Everybody's saying Math Hoffa was supposed to be Champion of the Year because he had just went on this 3-week thing. He battled Av in North Carolina, I think, right?
Yeah, he battled Snake Eyes in North Carolina.
Snake Eyes in North Carolina. He battled Ill Will and had a crazy Ill Will, but Math Hoffa was on 10 that night.
Yeah.
And he battled somebody else. It was like, Real Deal in KOTD, right? Oh, Massacre, the day I battled.
Yeah, he did the big 3 leagues in 3 weeks.
In 3 weeks. So me and Math was talking, and we was about to set it up on the Murder Mook and A-Verb card.
Yeah.
And it was going to be me and Math Hoffa that year, right?
That would have been crazy.
But right before that, I get called. So this is May, and now URL calls me for the known thing. This is where URL jumps in. And,
okay, so right before you get to the URL part, now you mentioned URL about 2 years ago.
Yeah.
You know, conversation time.
Yeah.
And you basically said you turned them down.
Yeah.
And then immediately said you went to KOTD.
Yeah.
What, it was just strictly just the, I'm not doing that PG shit?
Yeah, that's what it was the look. It was the look. So I always told him, like, yo, I just want the look to be right. I don't want my name just to be on no regular card or like a regular PG. And not because I felt like I was above, but I just felt like, yo, I was doing stuff and a couple, and I ain't gonna say no names in the administration, but it was just a couple of dudes over there who was just trying to downplay. And I said, yo, I've never called y'all once. I've never asked for a play. If I was the one asking for the battle, take what you gonna take. But when you guys are calling my phone, it's negotiation time. You know what I'm saying? It's leverage time. So I'm telling them like, yo, this is what I've been doing. I've been traveling around the world. I'm battling on KOT, I'm battling on RB, I'm battling on Bullpen, the next 3 biggest leagues outside of URL, and I'm doing numbers and I'm battling names. Like, how can for y'all to say that, then all right, cool. We obviously don't have a common ground to talk on now. So you do you and I'm gonna do me.
Yeah.
So because that occurred, I got hit up, and now they willing to go ahead and negotiate on something that I didn't even think was gonna be possible. They called me and they said, we want you unknown. Bro, I was willing to take, you know, a dope. I asked them. I said, "Yo, let me battle Jack Boy Rider. Give me Jack Boy Rider on a Born Legacy or something like that." And they were saying, "Nah, like they above. They literally, this is the exact word. They said Jack Boy Rider are above your pay grade. That's what they told me." And I took offense to that.
Somebody at URL told you that?
Somebody at URL told me. Yep. I took offense to that. When I took offense to that, I said, "Oh, word? I bet." You know what I'm saying? Like, let's turn up then. You know what I'm saying? That's when I started.
P said that, didn't he?
You know what I'm saying?
It sound like some P shit.
You know what I'm
He
saying?
one of them niggas that'll just say that shit like, he just straight say it and you be like, did you just say that to me?
And so my thing is like, yo, I can understand other dudes, but, and no diss to Jack or Ryder, but I was like, what are we comparing? You know what I'm saying? What are we comparing? So, after this, when they came with the Gnome joint, we negotiated some terms. We did the contract. They sent me the contract, and bro, I step into Houston.
It's so crazy. I keep this. I guess just like the highlight of the story. So I'm just keep cutting you off. But you, before touching the URL stage, did so much. It was to the point where I remember, and I'm sure you probably remember too. Even Twerk was like, "Fuck it, I go back to the PGs I will battle LOSO." You know what I mean? I will go back to the PGs and battle LOSO.
Bro, check this out. Check this out. 2018, when 2018 started, I promise you not. Bro, you go on. If you would have went on YouTube and typed in LOSO PG, that's all you had to type in. Battle rapper, blogger. Everybody did a video. I'm talking about from Mike P, from Brooklyn Carter to Jay Black. Champion did a whole segment.
Did it?
Champion's whole episode was, does LOSO need a PG?
Yeah.
Nobody. So that's what I'm saying. Like, nobody ever had this situation. And regardless of how people were saying, LOSO, you handled it wrong, it wasn't a blueprint made out. No one came before me and did what I did, so they couldn't say like, yo, LOSO, this is how you conduct yourself in here.
I like the way you say
you gotta think about it. So I'm learning as I'm going. Hey, I'm fine. I'm
making your own blueprint.
But you know what? I said, you know what? Give me that. I said, I love this. So I go, and I remember I put this post on my Instagram, me in the classroom, and I'm sleeping on a desk, and my caption was, I'm in a PG class on my own. Boom, and it goes crazy. Everybody's like, oh, shots fired, yada, yada, all this stuff, right? So, when they called me for the Gnome joint, I said, this is it, and a lot of people are going to be mad, right? Oh, well. Boom, they called me and John heard them out, and we said, let's do it. So I went, and they told me who was against Scotty. I said, yo, it is what it is. Went out there.
No, I'm listening to you, bro.
You good?
Yeah.
Went out there, you know what I'm saying? Went to Houston, and the rest is history. I ain't gonna front. Like, when I walked on stage, I remember walking into the venue, and this is the biggest crowd. This is like 2,000 plus at Gnome. You know what I'm saying? This is Houston. I'm in the venue, bro, and Beasley brings me up. He goes, hey, just look out there. This is how many people you're gonna be in front of. This is before people even open the door, and I'm looking. I'm like, this is crazy. I go on stage.
Was there any nervousness in you?
Every bit, bro. I was like, yo, like, if I pull this off, this is gonna be crazy. As soon as I start throwing my first couple of punches, bro, no lie, I'm trying to tell you, in Gnome, the stage is shaking. Henny, the stage is shaking when I'm rapping, and I'm like, this is crazy. So I said, okay, like take it in. So I start just looking at the crowd. I'm like this. I'm walking in front of the crowd. I'm doing this, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm here, because everybody was like, can LOSO translate on the big stage? Yeah. And I did that, you know what I'm saying? So for me, bro, I tell people all the time, like, if I had to like do a front page of like LOSO's book or something like that, it'll be a picture of me on Gnome in Houston. And that was one of my biggest moments, bro. And so before that, everything I did, and that's why I tell people, bro, like, if you coming in, just like write your goal down, like what you trying to do. Like, if you just want to go straight to URL and do it. You know what I'm saying? But if you got a vision, and I didn't have a vision, but I had somebody who did. And when John laid the blueprint out, I said to myself, I'm gonna trust that, and it worked, bro. It worked, and I'm here, and the rest is history, man.
Now you here. Motherfucking LOSO. That's the LOSO story in a nutshell, and that's a fire from beginning to end. That's a fire story with some shit I didn't know, some shit I did, but it's different to hear out of your mouth. You know what I mean? When did the Four Horsemen start?
So the Four Horsemen actually started. So Saga, when he had did his PG, he actually hit me up. He had knew about me because that tournament I did, right? And he had also been following me on Twitter. The one that me and Street Hims did.
Saga was involved in it too?
Nah, he wasn't, but he had already been following me on Twitter because he had been seeing like a couple of things I've been doing on my own. And so he heard one day I went on Twitter and I said, yo, I'm interested in doing a PG, right? And Saga was already doing one.
Right.
So Saga hits me up and we talk on the phone, but we ain't never link up after that. A-Ward actually starts battling.
Is that ringing?
Yeah, that's good. So A-Ward starts battling actually a month after I battle. So me and A-Ward start at the same time. So Street Hymns has been doing his thing. Saga's been obviously killing it on URL.
Right,
and then me and A-Ward just starting. Well, Street Hymns comes and he's kind of like the glue.
The glue, okay.
Right? So he already had a relationship with Saga because Street Hymns like a huge Saga fan, right? He was like, yo, I wouldn't be battling up rapping if it wasn't for Saga. He hits me up and he hits A-Ward up. And so we just created a group chat one day. We was just like, let's just talk. And so, because we were already doing stuff, but we weren't linking up. And we weren't really supporting each other either. And so, it never came to our mind like, yo, should we start a group? But when we got into the group chat, some thoughts started coming out. And Ike, who worked for URL at the time, Be Like Ike,
I know
he was creating the app.
Yeah, he still do shit.
Yeah,
Black Market Media.
Okay, got you.
Yeah.
So he created the Four Horsemen graphic, and when we seen it, we said, this is crazy. Now, the name came because we were just wrestling fans. We were just wrestling fans of the Four Horsemen from WWF. So Saga, I think, came up with that. And so when we put it together, we said, yo, when we announce this is going to be ridiculous. Boom, we did it. People started going crazy. And so
because it's definitely crazy. It's like, it's for Christians.
Yeah.
Do horsemen have anything to do with the Bible, or is it just we think that because it's for Christians?
Obviously there's 4 horses in the Bible, you know what I'm saying? There's a 4 horsemen in Revelation and stuff like that. But we didn't bring that from that, you know what I'm saying? We didn't bring that at all. So it was, like I said, it was because we were just wrestling fans. And even to this day I'm like, we probably could have thought a little longer on the name, but
I like the name.
It
keeps y'all in the box.
That's what I'm saying.
Because it's 4 horsemen, not 5 or 8. You know what I mean? But that might be a good thing because what's became a stigma with the groups is how they keep adding people. So the fact that y'all just created y'all thing and kept it is what kind of makes the shit unique. It makes it feel more authentic. You know what I mean? Like I love that shit about y'all. Who's the best horseman?
Man, who's the best horseman, bro? I mean, you interviewing them right now?
Talk your shit.
I tell people, all jokes aside, bro, this is not me trying to be like super humble or nothing like that. Bro, when I tell you, all 3 of those dudes, bro, they do things that I could never do, bro. Like the way A-Ward just like constructs his stuff together, the way Saga be stringing punches together, the way Street Hymns pen, like he does these like quintuple entendres, my mind can't go there. Like LOSO, I do what I do, and I tell people, I'm like, the reason why some people put LOSO as the face or LOSO this or that, I think it's only one thing, bro. It's just I dress better than them. That's it. I just market myself better. I look a little cooler. That's it. And I tell them that. But other than that, bro, like those brothers are really talented. So I let the people decide. You know what I'm saying? I know they always kind of want to say.
I dress better than Street Hymns a fly motherfucker, though, man. I tell people all the time. Nice little swag with the book bags and all that shit.
So I tell people, I'm like, yo, that's y'all want to do that, but I also don't really try to entertain it too much because it's like. People don't think about it. You really don't have that conversation with Cave Gang. You know what I'm saying? You really don't have that conversation with NWA. It's like,
who's the best?
Who's the best? I don't be hearing it. You know what I'm saying? I don't hear like a whole.
I think Goonies have to deal with that a lot.
With Twerk, right?
I think Goonies have to deal with people comparing them to each other.
Their styles, yeah.
No, I'm talking about just comparing them. Period. Like Twerk, putting Twerk up here and then saying that. Like I've literally heard several bloggers rank.
Oh, right.
Rank the Goonies.
So I feel like we get that a lot.
Yeah.
But I also feel like when it comes to us, they try to put us in our own subgenre. Like, yo, who's the best Christian battler? I'm like, yeah, we Christians, but we battlers. We on the same league as them. We get put on the same vein. We get booked the same way. Like, you know what I'm saying? So put us in those conversations.
Yeah.
That's why I love The Source and I love Champion when they put our name. So you see my name next to T-Top. You see my name next to B-Dot. You see my name next to Tay-Rod DNA. So you know, like, it's not like we battling in a Christian league. Now we battling in URL, RBE, KOTD. That's where we at, Bullpen. And you're gonna have to deal with us for the rest of the time, bro.
Yeah. Hell yeah. So as far as the horsemen, are y'all going? I told you in the car.
Yeah.
I see Oops is trying to be heavy on the horsemen. I seen y'all mention Big Cannon as somebody else. You know what I mean? Is that ever going to be a thing? Like, are the books going to open on membership at some point?
Yeah. So what they got, so Street Hymns has an idea. So, you know, for the Four Horsemen, we use the IV, the Roman numeral 4.
Yeah.
And so he has this thing called IV League. That's what he's going to call it. And so it's like, obviously you got the Four Horsemen, right, the original, but the team will be IV League. So it'll be the 1V, you know, the IV. So it'll be Oops. So Big Ken, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, he's had conversations with Saga and stuff. But Oops is the only one who's really rolling with us. And like I said, he's hit us up. He was just like, yo, I love what y'all doing. And I see myself, like, I belong with this group. You know what I'm saying? I belong with y'all. And so when War goes to KOTD, when I'm in what URL, whatnot, like, you see Oops right behind us. You know what I'm saying? And so he even got a little unique, you know what I'm saying, like the V, you know what I'm saying? He only be throwing up the V too for Oops. Yeah. So yeah, you know, I tell people all the time, like, you know, that's the brother. When you see Oops with us, you know what I'm saying, we're throwing up the V.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If not, obviously, you know, it's IV and stuff.
Hell yeah. Shout out to Oops too, man. You know what I mean? Hell yeah. That's big. Alright, so let's get into some other shit. Who's your top 5 battle rappers of all time? Now it's 2019.
Of all time.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say not top 5, or I'm gonna say my top 5.
Your
right?
personal top
It's my favorites.
Yes, that's what I'm
my
saying.
favorites. So regardless if y'all disagree with the talent, I'm just saying, like, these are dudes who I clicked on to play this. So I would say Young Ill, Sue Surf,
okay,
Hitman Holla. This next dude, I'm gonna say, and I know people probably don't have him, and he gets a lot of slander now and a lot of hate, but this dude though, that.
Yeah. It's still listening to you though.
It's still recording?
Yeah, it's still recording.
Right.
For now, it just not on.
You will still see me clear though?
Definitely, yeah. Hell yeah.
Alright, so you just want to finish it then?
Yeah, I'm gonna edit it too.
Okay.
I'll put this bitch on charge and keep going.
Okay.
It's 15% right now. So
Let's do it.
That bitch gonna keep
So yeah, so I say Young Ill, Hitman Holla, Surf. This next one, he gets a lot of hate, but there would be no LOSO if it ain't for this dude, bro. This guy right here is the reason why I started battle rapping. Cortez.
Okay.
I'm battle rapping right now because I saw this Hispanic dude on this league, and I was like, yo, I can do that, and I was rooting for some Cortez. And if I had to choose a 5th all-time favorite, I would say, man, who's I big fan of? Charlie Clips.
Clips.
Yeah,
Okay.
Old Clips.
Okay.
You know?
Okay. That's not bad. You got a couple people that's in my Surf, and Hitman definitely in my shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Tez is like, he subject matter wise and everything like that. He's definitely one of them guys. You know what I mean? It's just sometimes it don't hit as hard. But if you pay attention to what he's saying, like, he's talking that shit. Oh yeah. He's going crazy. Of course, we know what Clips is capable of.
Yeah.
Man, that's a fire top 5. Are these? So Cortez basically is one of your main influences,
bro. Like I said, when I saw Cortez when I saw him on YouTube when he was battling Hitman Holla, like, I was just like, yo, I'm rooting for him, like almost like you root for your favorite NBA team. Like like if Cortez had a jersey, I would have copped it. You know what I'm saying? That's how much of a fan I was, and I told Cortez that. And so to me, he kind of set the stage, and he will always be a staple. I know a lot of people don't look at it like this, but because I'm Hispanic, he was a staple for the Hispanic community. So when we watching battle rap, we like, yo, we could do this too. You know what I'm saying? He had to take all the heat in the beginning because of a Spanish battle rapper. But yeah, man.
Kind of like what Big Pun did for hip hop.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's what Cortez kind of did for.
Of course, bro. And now, unfortunately, it took this long, but now me and Cortez finally got like a close relationship. And you know what I'm saying? He always be putting me on game, and you know, he always be helping me.
Now, that's really what I wanted to say, but I didn't want to make it seem like I was slighting his rapping ability.
Yeah.
Cortez is one of the best rap battlers of all time, regardless of what y'all might want to say. The longevity speaks for itself. But what I was saying is behind the scenes, Cortez is one of the realest motherfuckers I met doing this shit. Yeah, man, I fuck with homie, like for real. You know what I mean? So that's fire, man. So what else? Let me think. I don't want to do no what's next for LOSO shit. one of the boys did ask me to say that, but I'm not. I don't need to know what's next for LOSO shit. So tell me about Tampa, man.
Yeah.
Tell me about who you are. You said that to prep. Ask what I did for Tampa as a whole. Get in depth with that shit. Like, who is LOSO outside of the ring?
So I was a teacher for 4 years out here. So I was like
teacher,
middle school teacher,
like a kid teacher.
I was a history teacher. Yep.
Oh shit.
I was a history teacher and an English teacher for 4 years.
Smart.
I just went full time music and battle rap and all that stuff, right? But obviously, like I said, like you'll catch me if you watch my Instagram. Like I got like tour dates, so you know I know a lot. You know a lot of people like, oh, is he just back now? Like even if you don't click play on any of my music, like I tell people, I'm like, yo, there's people who do, and there's people who pay me to come out and perform. So I do that a lot. But also, I'm one of the pastors at my church. A lot of people don't know this, but I am a pastor. You know what I'm saying? So in the beginning, I said, "Hey, with me," I'm like, "Yo, he don't even know he's."
But I was saying that in the sense of sometimes you feel like the pastor is talking down to you.
Yeah. You don't feel,
you more of a eye-to-eye type. You know what I mean?
But you know, at my I got a. So it's actually where we did Volume 5 at. Literally right around the corner in that area is where my church is at, and so. I've been part of that church for about 2.5 years now. But yeah, man, I'm originally from New York, Queens, New York. Okay. A lot of people don't know that.
I didn't know that.
I was born there. I lived there about 12, but since then, I feel like the reason why I claim Tampa is because this is where I went to school at. This is where I went to middle school and high school. This is where I got my first fight at. You know what I'm saying? This is where you know what I'm saying my girlfriends or you know what I'm saying I got exes out here like. Tampa's home, you know what I'm saying? So everything about LOSO is in Tampa, and I don't see myself leaving, man. So that's a little bit. I do.
No. But as far as you said, you do the outreach program.
Oh yeah. So every Wednesday is a homeless outreach. Yeah. Every single Wednesday we go right downtown Tampa. So you know we get some volunteers to bring some food or whatnot, but it's a lot of homeless people out there, and they just know every Wednesday we out there. So it started getting cold. It was getting cold for about a week, and when it gets cold again, we'll probably do it again. But I'll put up a post.
Hey, so what's up, man? You sit there. Oh yeah, you just left it right there. Come on, man, take this shit, man. Oh, you can't take the whole shot, huh?
You gonna do that whole thing?
Man, I pour double this and take the whole shit.
All right, you ready?
Let's do it. Yeah, fuck yeah. You got me not drinking because you not drinking. Woo! Need it though.
Alright. So I say, that's when you get that whole face numb. So I say, so every Wednesday, we do that. But when it started getting cold, like I want to say maybe about a month ago, like real quick. But I was able to put out a post and just ask a bunch of people for like any clothing that you just didn't want. Like if you got any pants, you got any socks, any blankets. Just so we go give it out. So I did that. Me and my homies, we went, collected a bunch of stuff, and we went out there. And so that's the thing. Like, I don't ever want people to think like, yo, I'm just preaching Jesus, but you don't see me walking like him. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm gonna go ahead and open up the Bible and talk to you. But my thing is like, now you can also see me out there doing something. So, and it's just not me, but it's a clique of us, and we go out there. And so the homeless people, man, they were so grateful, bro. They came out there. You know, they were able to get shirts and sweaters and pants and all that stuff. And on top of that, you know, we able to feed them every Wednesday. And it's not like a crazy meal, but, you know, it may be somebody like, you know, if your grandmother was in town, you know what I'm saying, and she heard what I was doing, she'd be like, hey, you know what, one Wednesday I want to make some macaroni for them, you know what I'm saying? Right. Boom, I bet, you know what I'm saying, come drop it off and we'll go out there and we'll serve, you know what I'm saying? So, and it's the same, we do about 3 or 4 areas in one night. It takes us about an hour to get through it, but it's a dope time, man. So also my family, we do so hurricanes are big out here. I don't know if y'all got to deal with them, but we deal with them every season.
Yeah.
And so my
mother-in-law, I got kids out here too.
Okay, so my mother-in-law.
Scared as shit for y'all.
So my mother-in-law, she worked in this health department, but she one of the leaders for the hurricane shelter. She opened up a hurricane shelter every year, and so you see us volunteering out there, bro. You know what I'm saying? We open up this big building. And we bring everybody in there, make sure they got food, and it's really for homeless people, but also for people who got to evacuate their homes. So, like I said, everything you hear me talk about, and I really don't say it a lot in battle rap. That was my first time saying it in the prep battle because he was trying to say, "Yo, I don't do nothing for Tampa," and I was like, You gonna say that in Tampa?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's this the wrong. You say it somewhere else, but don't say it in Tampa. So when he did that, everybody in the room was like, "Yo, we know what LOSO do." You know what I'm saying? So my thing is like, that's what I want to be known for, was a legacy outside of battle rap. I think he was at the Gates of the Garden event when I battled Hound Dog Buck 50, but I told him, I said this line, and this is one of my favorite lines I ever said. I said, "Yo, you trying to impress these fans that don't even copy your music. I'm impacting lives that don't even know who Rock and Mook is."
I remember that.
Like for me, like it's dudes who follow me that don't even know who Bucks. You know what I'm saying? Like they just know LOSO the battle rapper, and that's because I'm doing something outside of it, bro. You know what I'm saying? So that's just a couple of things that we do out here.
Nah, that's fire though. And I'm not in tune with Instagram.
Yeah.
But I've never seen you posting.
Yeah, nah.
You know what I mean? Like a boast post.
Nah.
You know what I mean? Like
you won't ever see me post.
Some people, it's a difference. Like shout out Avocado on Ruin Your Day. Yeah. What they did, you could tell it's genuine.
Yeah. And they was raising awareness.
Yeah, and they're raising awareness.
Yeah.
Some people are doing it almost in an ignorant way. Almost in an ignorant way. So the fact that you do it, but you don't talk about it, you don't boast about it, that shit is major, man. Did you bring URL to Tampa?
Nah, I didn't. Like, it wasn't. I'm not gonna sit here and say like, yo, I worked something out. But I mean, I'll just say this: URL never came to Tampa before I came to URL.
You brought the Tampa energy to URL.
You know what I'm saying? So
I like that. Yeah. My man Joe Waters out here. What you think of him?
Bro, Joe Waters is fire.
Yeah,
how you know Joe Waters?
I seen his battle, and then it had like he tweeted me. He was like, "Yo, can you check out the battle?" People don't know this, but if somebody send me that, 9 times out of 10, I actually look at the battle.
That's real.
I actually look at the battle. So I watched your shit and was like, "Yo, Joe Waters is crazy." He actually, I came out here for the event when he battled at the PG, the Born Legacy 7.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he told me he feel like, you know what I mean, me putting that out there, I did it in the blog and shit, said me putting that out there kind of put him on a little bit. You know what I mean? Yeah, so
I appreciate that. Yo, Joe Waters is fire. I know him, bro. He's a good friend of mine. I support him every time he has an event, I try to be there. But outside of battle rap, like that's my man.
Yeah.
On top of that, he had to take like I want to say maybe like 6 months off because
I seen him yesterday.
He ended up getting sick or something like that. But
he told me he got 6 battles already lined up for next year.
Yeah, that's good.
That's crazy. I did
one of them with Craig Lamar out here. So
yeah.
So, but Joe Waters, bro. If y'all don't know Joe Waters, man, definitely type that in Joe Waters versus, and you'll see some crazy battles.
Get in tune with that nigga, man. He's fucking fire, man. So I feel there's no way you're not done. You're just getting started.
Oh yeah.
Gnome was one of your biggest goals originally, right?
Yeah.
So what's your ultimate goal now?
My ultimate in battle rap, right?
And of course in battle rap.
Yeah.
I mean, you can tell me what your life goal is, but you probably like to be a president or some shit.
Nah, my ultimate goal, man. I just want to be one of them dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like when you look back at the history books of battle rap, you like, yo, LOSO came in and put in work. And since I feel like my first half of my career is already kind of like, yo, no one's ever did that. I want to do something else that no one's ever done. And I don't know what that is yet.
Yeah.
I just feel like, like the first time I didn't know what that was, but it just ended up happening. So one of my goals is though to rejuvenate Bullpen. I feel like at one point Bullpen was the second or the third best league. You know what I'm saying? It was also being consistent with events, but because John started getting more active with battles and there was some things going behind the scenes that didn't allow him to be as active as a.
I feel like he did what he set out to do, which he made stars. But now, like you said, it needs a resurgence. Y'all got to find new stars because all of y'all have graduated, not necessarily from Bullpen. They just did a bull on bull event, so y'all are still loyal to the brand, which is fire.
Yeah.
But y'all have advanced now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He did exactly what he wanted to do. Yeah. Now it's time to find some new young bulls. You know what I mean? That's it.
That's one of my goals. And then also in URL, I want to do a double impact.
So who would your partner be?
Saga.
Okay.
Yep.
Because you said you and A-Ward got Geechee and B-Dot coming up, right?
Yeah, and URL.
Is that not announced?
Yeah, that isn't announced. Yeah.
Okay.
But by the time you
take that out or something.
Yeah. If it's not announced yet, you know what I'm saying, you can definitely do. But But yeah, me and A-War got a 2-on-2 coming up. But in URL, me and Sai.
I'm probably not gonna take it out. I'm probably not gonna remember.
Got you.
I'm talking to future me. Like,
That's
why I'm looking at the camera like, nigga, delete that. What are you doing?
Yeah. All right. So me and Sai can do a double impact. T-Top is a battle that I want. That's the battle I want. That's the conversation I want. I know a lot of people. Yeah, I know a lot of people got Swamp and T-Top up there, and they probably gonna do rookies and vets with them too. But but you know, that's what. And if I had a walk-off home run, like if I had a battle to leave battle rap, if I was leaving on this battle, I think I would want.
Oh, you good. Yeah, I'm about to figure this out real quick. Go ahead, you keep going.
Yeah, if I had a walk-off battle, my battle would be against Hitman Holla.
What?
So, yeah. Like if I had to leave it, you know what I'm saying? If I drop the mic after this, I feel like that's the final boss for me.
Hitman Holla.
Just because his performance and I think so highly of it. You know?
Alright, so let's get. Want some more Henny? Drink too much?
Nah, yeah, give me another one.
Yeah. I want you to say all that shit you just said.
Say it again.
I want you. It's already recording.
Yeah.
I want you to re-say all that shit and say motherfucker after that. Before every name. I want motherfucking Hitman Holla. Yeah. You know what I mean? Nah, talk your shit. Like what you said the ultimate boss is at the end of the game.
If I was leaving battle rap.
Yeah.
And I needed one more battle to go ahead and cap off everything I want Hitman Holla. I think you even said you got Hitman in your top 5, right?
Hitman's my favorite battler of all time.
Oh yeah, that's mine.
Yeah, he's my favorite.
So that's
battler.
why I just feel like, yo, when you think about battlers who have took battle rap, right, and used it as a something to catapult you to something bigger, he did that and still be loyal to the culture that put you on.
That's fire.
Come on, bro.
And that's a fact. And I don't think the Hitman get credit for that.
He don't.
And I think it's kind of.
And he come back and he battled the killers.
That's a fact. He shows no. I don't think he get credit, but I think it's because, for lack of a better way to put it, he be acting sensitive sometimes. Like he'll show more attention to the hate than the love. Like I'm Hitman. Hitman's my favorite battle rapper. I've tweeted this numerous times. I've tagged him. You know what I mean? All that shit. Not once do I get a retweet or a response. But then when I put out a blog that said who's the best performer in 2019 or something, I get a retweet with a response on some why. You know what I mean? I think that he's kind of shooting himself in the foot because he is everything that he say he is.
He is.
You know what I mean? He is that. I fuck with the nigga, man. I fuck with him, man. You know what I mean? But
nah, I feel you.
So, but you also said the T-Top shit. That kind of surprised me. Like, what about T-Top?
Nah, the crazy thing is though, I had been asking for T-Top for a minute, and we were supposed to do it in Bullpen. We just never got it locked in. But me and T-Top, that's my brother at the end of the day. But
I fuck with
we
Top.
Always, that's
Top. It just threw me off because Top is a tactical motherfucker when it comes down to it.
And that's why
I think he might be one of, if not the best angler.
Let me tell you something. And people gonna take this wrong, right? But understand what I'm saying. I'm not afraid to get in the ring with Rum Nitty.
Facts.
Right? Like. I'll just be honest.
That's whatever. I don't know what else we about to talk about for whatever this segment is. That's what we're gonna say. I'm not afraid. LOSO said I'm not afraid to get in the ring with Rum Nitty.
Let me just say, like I'm not. Like I want to. Like Rum Nitty is. I want to battle Rum Nitty. Yeah. But I'm not afraid of Rum Nitty. Yeah. Right. Yeah. I'm not afraid.
Yeah, you got your faith in God.
But let me tell you something. But this is what I'm saying. And I'm not even. I want to use the word afraid. I'm not worried about a battle with Rum Nitty. I'm not worried a battle with like a bill collector. I'm not worried, and I'm gonna tell you why. What's gonna happen? Let's say I get 30s in that battle. Mm-hmm. The content that I'm gonna be receiving from these brothers isn't something that I'm gonna have to deal with afterwards. But when you battle somebody like a T-Top, when you battle somebody like a Cortez, when you battle somebody when you battle somebody like even Mike P, they can go ahead and use an angle on you that's gonna stick with you for about 3 or 4 battles afterwards.
Yeah.
So my thing is like, right? So like Nitty just had a crazy performance against Chilla, right? crazy. But you know, that's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be a classic. And don't get me wrong, Nitty, to me, every year he gives us a battle that we're gonna talk about for the next 10 years.
I see exactly what you're saying.
But when I'm talking about just from a battler
standpoint,
from a battler, like if I'm in the ring, like I would go to war. Now don't get me wrong, I know I'm gonna have to be on 10 to even compete with Rum Nitty. I'm gonna have to be on 10. But when I'm talking about like a Rum Nitty, when I'm talking about even today's twerk, right? Because if you're talking about a twerk that battled Verb or a twerk that battled JC, like when he's breaking down these battles and Gunbar and all that stuff, I think that's the apex twerk. Yeah. But this twerk that's battling like Calico and all this stuff, that's just doing like these gun bars. Like me, I'll be honest, I'm not worried. I'm not worried about what's gonna happen.
I see exactly what you're saying. Perfect example would be the Briz battle.
Yeah.
He went crazy versus you.
Went crazy.
You know what I mean? And I kind of foresaw it happening just because it was a different type of style that you hadn't been privy to yet. And we dogged you for a week on Twitter. But
for months.
But by the next time you hopped in the ring and did your thing, it's almost forgot about. You know what I mean? At that point.
I don't
you don't think so? I'm not the battle or the battle wasn't forgot about. But I'm talking about as far as angles that stuck with you.
Oh, yeah. Now, people still gonna bring up, yo, you lost to Briz.
You know what I'm
saying? But it wasn't nothing that Briz said in the battle.
Exactly. It wasn't
that killed me. You know what I'm saying? The thing that killed me was, LOSO, you went up there and choked. You know what I'm saying? You rapped you only gave us 3 minutes and Briz gave us 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Now, the thing about it, though, and that can be something another conversation, but with that battle, I tell people all the time, like, if I would have got all my material that I had, I know what I would have, and that's not. You gotta think about it, bro. But this thing, Henny,
Briz invented that new flow on you, bro.
But even that's facts. That's a fact. With that, I'm looking at the situation. And I'm saying to myself, man, you know what? First of all, I wasn't even supposed to take the battle.
Okay.
I got called for the battle, and John is asking me to take the battle, and because that's my brother, I'm like, man, you know what? Let me go ahead and do this. You know what I'm saying? Like on top of that, I had probably like a little over a week to go ahead and prep. Like maybe 8 days. You know what I'm saying? On top of that, I only took it because I was hearing all these names were going to be, and they were all the names in the building, right? And because it was a Julio Jones event, I was thinking the wide receiver for the Falcons. I'm thinking, yo, I can't pass this up.
I know who Julio Jones is.
You told me you didn't really watch football no more.
No, I told you I stopped when Cap took the knee. I was like, fuck it.
That's a fact. All right. So look. So I'm thinking, yo, this opportunity I can't pass up. I cannot pass up this opportunity.
Facts.
And it wasn't even the Briz name. It was just to be on the card. I would have done it against anybody. I would have done it against Reaper Rail.
Yeah.
But no shot. You know what I'm saying? My bad, Reaper.
There's no point saying no shot. That was a shot.
But my thing is, I would have done it against Reaper. But here's the thing. So when I went and I committed, I'm like, I bet. Now I usually get through my rounds clean before the event. This is the only time I can't get through this one rounder, right? And I don't know what's going on. Now I go up there, boom. On top of that, because I was stuck on time, I had to write in a certain way that I was not able to go ahead and do certain things. So like for instance, right, I can only say in basketball, you grab the ball and you take regular 2 steps and you lay the ball up. I could do that every time. But like when you really in your bag, now you could Euro, you know what I'm saying? You can hesitate, you do a little pump.
I just didn't see the angle you could take. I remember predicting this battle, but you know, this is like God versus the devil. I said Briz can go places that LOSO can't come back. Kinda like it's kind of like he's gonna go into a darker place, and it's like nothing LOSO could really. So I had this thing
though, but if you go and if you go in there and you just watch my round, just say, let me just see what LOSO was talking, right?
Yeah.
Now, granted, you're gonna see me stumble and choke for about 2 minutes, right?
Yeah.
And it was a bad.
That hurt me right.
But that's the first. But you gotta think about it. Out of 26 battles, that's the first time
you get a pass.
I've never even stumbled in a battle before.
You definitely get a pass.
So my thing is like, when that happened, after the material I did get off though, it was potent. It was bang, bang, bang. You even see Surf face behind Briz like, damn, like you know what I'm saying. But you know it was nothing I could do after that. And then on top of that, Briz is bombing.
Surf being in your top 5, that probably was a fire field. Just see him back there reacting and shit.
Unfortunately, you know, it didn't pan out the way I wanted it to, right?
Yeah.
But you know, it was with us. So, I forgot why we got on the Bridge joint.
You were saying you wanted to battle T-Top. I kind of brung Bridge up, basically saying like he ain't say no angles that stuck with you.
Oh yeah. So the Bridge joint, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So like, but when you get certain battlers like a Mike P, like a court, like you know what I'm saying, like somebody who could say, yo, you know what, we gonna talk about this in a minute. That's when you like
that nigga love Cortez. He even just said Cortez is
there. That's why you gotta think you gonna have
wait
to have
till round 3. We got some shit
you know
we need to speak
and
about.
you thinking in your head like, damn, something in my
shit.
One of my exes in the box. You know what I'm saying? Like what are y'all talking about?
But T-Top, the way he does it, man, it's like, bow. That's for punching Jones in the mouth. Bow. That's for punching Jones in the mouth. Bow. Bow. That's for getting stoned in the mouth. Oh my God.
Come
What's
on,
wrong
with
you? Hell yeah. So I feel you. Yeah. So you're not disrespecting Rum when you say I'm not scared of Rum.
Rum is crazy. I'm just saying from me. Yeah. Right? From my vantage point when I'm prepping, when I'm thinking about the defense, I know what it's going to be on that side.
Right.
The offense, I still got to go ahead and do something, right? I still got to worry offensively, but defensively, not necessarily. Okay. So, like, defensively, when I'm battling, like, a T-Top or somebody, like, I gotta play chess now. I got to think, what is he going to say? What is he going to do? You know what I'm saying? That's with the prep battle, right? Like, I knew what he was going to say. Boom, checkmate, I already got you there. Okay. But I don't have to worry about the defense. And a lot of battlers don't write defensively.
Yeah, they don't.
They don't start watching it.
They sit back and watch, and like, yo, I'm so fired. I'm about to say this. I'm about to say this. Man,
bow. That's it. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is like, writers don't usually write defensively and start thinking, yo, what was that interview he talked about? And what about that time we tweeted each other? What about when I met him over here? You know what I'm saying? What could he possibly, or he knows it, you know, whatever, what it is, they don't write like that.
They don't.
But the thing about it though,
I've said that shit before.
And the thing about it though, Henny, is that, yo, if I'm battling certain people, I gotta write, I can't just write offensively because the crowd is gonna be saying, yo, what do you have to say about what he just said?
Yeah.
This dude just said you contradicted yourself when you said this. And what do you have to say about it?
And that makes for the best back and forth when you say something and I premeditated, I already knew that was coming. So now I get to rap after you. Oh, what I got to say to this?
Yeah. I got some.
Hey yo, I got you. Yeah. That's fire.
So for instance, like Hitman and Verb, right? If Hitman was writing defensively, he would have known Verb been in my crib. Verb knows my father. Verb knows me as a low. You know what I'm saying? Verb gonna try to say I'm not really who I say I am over here. Well, let me go ahead and prove to you how I was. Remember Verb when you needed help? You know what I'm saying? Like my thing is like it would have at least diluted Verb's third a little bit. Now Verb's third is one of those rounds that's just in the Hall of Fame already. But my thing is like when you write defensively, you start saying, okay, if he's gonna take this from me, and because this is what battlers don't do, and this is what they need to do. How can I go ahead and prove to this crowd that homie right here ain't really who he say he is, or why you shouldn't really take everything he says at 100%? Let me go ahead and break it down. Boom. But if I'm just bowing you to death, you don't really gotta worry about it.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Because
I remember interviewing T-Top and Rum the night before they battled, and talking about anglers versus punches, because I predicted T-Top winning that battle, and that was my reason. I said Rum, best puncher in the world. I said, but the shit T-Top do sticks with you. It's gonna stick with you. And then the very next day, self-checkout. And everybody can say Rum that he won that battle if they want to, but what do you remember from that battle? Self-checkout. You know what I mean? And that was a mean angle that only T-Top could have done something with like that. But you are an angler. You do take your opponent and break them down. I haven't seen too many battles where you don't. And the battles where that's not the highlight of your shit are probably not your best performances. Like for me personally, your known performance, although a milestone in your life, wasn't the LOSO.
It wasn't. But you know what? You know what though? It's because I didn't have nothing to really talk to Scotty about.
Facts.
And I didn't, and also I didn't feel like no one cared what I would talk to Scotty about.
That's a fact.
So on that stage, I just needed to be Ric Flair.
That's a fact, and that's smart. That's smart. That's smart.
But if I'm on that stage against T-Top, then I'm having a conversation. If I'm on that stage with somebody else, I'm having a conversation. Even when I battled Bridge, I was having a conversation towards the second half of my round. But my thing is like, because I choked, no one really cared about it.
Yeah, that momentum.
You know
once that momentum,
boom, you know what I'm saying? It's out the window. But when, just the last battle I had that most people saw against me and Flacco, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm breaking Flacco, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that dude don't like me because I was tweeting.
Oh, word? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm angling it, bang, bang. And so that's what I'm saying.
And I think he's talented. He just got outclassed. Like, he just got beat.
And so I'm thinking to myself, okay, what's going to happen? And you got to think about it. The last 2 battles since the Bridge, or I've had 4, but 2 of my opponents, Prep and Bridge, and Prep and Flacco, both brought up Bridge, and I knew that. And I left with the biggest haymaker in both those battles about Bridge. You know what I'm saying? Prep, if you watch it, I start my battle off.
You did Tay-Rock shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I started my whole joint, and then
no, the fight shit.
Yeah, you talking about with Flacco. You know what I'm saying?
The fight shit.
You know what I'm saying? I did that live.
You said, hold up. What you said? It was a run. It was a run walk jump, right? Yeah. I said. Man, you said something about the run. Stop my run, but I was the start of his or something.
But you know what I did? I was remixing the Hitman joint against Conceited, right? All y'all, when Hitman said, "Oh, y'all's bringing props to win," I ain't with that. But what I did,
that shit gonna come with a kickback. As soon as I lift that,
but what I did, I said, "All y'all bringing up that 1-rounder against Bridge, right? All y'all bringing up that 1-rounder, I ain't with that. If Loso bring up 1 round, it's gonna come with a these brothers been whacked. Talking about Loso, Bridge stopped your run. Yeah, and he started his own at Summer Impact.
Oh my God, that was crazy.
Boom. So my thing's like,
that was crazy.
That was one of his big, and that was one of Flacco's biggest things, right, bro? You let Bridge come in here and do you dirty, and I'm like,
I immediately thought, damn, do they not like each other for real? When you said that, I was like, damn, because that was kind of like, kind of low. I was like, damn.
I thought of the bar, and I was like, nah.
You gotta say.
And my thing is like, if my opponents are gonna use it, I'm gonna dilute it somehow.
Yeah.
So what if that happened? Look what y'all really remember.
Nah, you ain't even dilute. You eliminated it because that was more powerful than any angle that they could say you lost the battle. Okay, but that's crazy though.
Yeah, definitely.
Big shout out to Bridge though. That is my nigga. But the line was fire. You know what I mean? I fuck with Bridge. You know what I mean?
Me too.
But, man, no, you don't. No, you don't.
I rock with him as much as I could. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let's have a Hitman Holla conversation real quick, then, man. You know what I mean? If that's both our top 3, 2, 1, whatever. What's your favorite Holla performance?
My favorite Hitman. You know what's so crazy, man? A lot of people don't really talk about this, but his Old Red performance.
When he told the story?
When he told the story, bro. When he was even doing, you gotta think about it, bro. Like if you watch Hitman Holla in New Jersey, what he's doing to Red, he's walking over Red, and remember when he did the when he threw the pistol to his brother, you know what I'm saying? His brother started clapping.
Yeah, no proper clap. Yep. Hell yeah. Like, shout out Show Out too. He's underappreciated. Even though he get mad credit, he's underappreciated.
But Hitman, you know what I'm saying? He telling, you know what I'm saying, the last New Jersey rapper I battled haven't even recovered yet. You know what I'm saying? He talking to Arsenal like he going back to back to back. And so that's probably one of my favorites from him. But also I think of Hitman, when I think of Hitman,
when he told that hotel story, I was literally dying, bro.
He did it all that battle.
And Red was fire. It wasn't like Red was trash.
Bro. It was the thing with Hitman though is that, bro, he comes every battle. I only remember him.
Pause.
Yeah, pause. That's all. Pause.
Yeah, he comes every battle. That's wild. It's cool.
Apostle, pause.
It's cool. My nigga Ace I May be like, yo, you horny right now. You horny.
Ace I May hate the pause thing though, bro. He ain't really rock.
No, yes he do. He say that shit more than anybody. I can't even have a conversation with that nigga, man. It's horrible.
So, bro. All right, so he comes with it every battle.
Yeah.
So, yo. I only remember one round, which is the conceded third round. You know what I'm saying? That he really wasn't like who he is.
That nigga that told that shit did not work. But niggas do it all the time.
Like recycling.
I'm that nigga that told. Say something else. Nigga. Be that nigga that told us something new. That's a fact. But I'm glad you brought that battle up because for me personally, his first round in that battle is my favorite. He famous for his first rounds.
Bro.
That's my favorite first round of his ever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And regardless if he's lost battles,
Mm-hmm.
there isn't a battle rapper on this planet that
Mm.
can say, I killed Hitman Holla.
Calico can.
Oh, and the one rounder for the Snoop Dogg joint?
Yeah.
He killed him?
Rest in peace to Mike. I just said all that to let y'all know I ain't taking no disrespect tonight. Yo, this nigga said that like 3 times. He had like a reoccurring theme.
Yo, I gotta watch it. I gotta watch it.
In Hitman's defense in that joint, I don't know. They must have told Hitman this 1 round 3 minutes. He rapped like 3-4 minutes maybe. That nigga Calico went for like 10-15 minutes.
Really?
But it was fire all 10-15 minutes.
Calico went second?
I can't remember who went first or second.
Oh, man.
I think Calico might have went first actually. But Cal was crazy though. Cal was crazy. You never seen that battle? Oh, you ain't seen it in a minute. For the Snoop Dogg.
I feel like I haven't seen it in a minute.
For the Snoop Dogg joint, yeah, he was crazy. He was crazy. But like you said, it's a 1 rounder, so I still think what you say applies. Applies. Yeah, I think it applies. You know what I mean? So shout out Hitman. So Hitman versus Surf. How you feel about that one?
That's one of my favorite battles of all time.
Of all time, yeah.
Of all time, that's one of my favorite battles. I think Surf edged it.
Mm-hmm.
I think Surf got the second and the third.
Yeah.
But in Hitman's defense, if you score in boxing, if you're using the boxing format, Hitman might have won because that first round, he went on like a 39-2 run on Surf.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And Surf's first round is ridiculous.
It retarded.
But Hitman, when he came out,
he went off. He went
every line,
remix,
and he was
all that
the
shit was
remix,
hitting.
all that.
It
You know what I'm
was
saying?
crazy. It was I was locked up during this when the battle happened.
Oh, word?
It broke my heart because I couldn't see that battle as with the battle rap community.
Yeah.
But so I'm talking about soon as I got out of jail. Soon as I got out of jail. Matter of fact, you know what? My girl used to, well, my ex, fucker, my girl used to like put the phone up to the jump so I could listen to the battles over the phone. But soon as I got out of jail, I still looked at that motherfucking joint, like for real, man.
That's
so,
a classic.
You know what I mean? I think that I agree that's a classic.
I think that to me. I said this the other day. I said I think Surf and Hitman and Stone Cold and Rock.
I think I seen you say that on Twitter.
That's Stone Cold Rock.
Yeah, or in the interview. I don't know, but I think I heard you say that though. That's crazy, yo. And and Hitman is my personal favorite.
Yeah.
Because of the Averb battle. I used to be in the battle rap back when Mook and Lux battled. Back, of course, when Cassidy and Freeway battled, the Reed Dollars and all that shit. But I started selling wild drugs like somewhere around. While selling drugs, but I started getting real good at it.
Yeah.
Around 07-ish. So I missed the Lions Den era. You know what I mean? I came back because of World Star. This shit said stepfather battles, rap battles. Stepfather goes in. I can't remember the word they use. Stepfather goes in on stepson. It like, yeah. So I don't know why World Star worded it like that. So I watched that. Like my first 6 months being in the battle rap, I thought Averb was Hitman Holla stepfather. You know what I mean? I'm like, this young nigga cold though. Like you know what I mean? It was the type of battle that made me go look at every reference that they mentioned. And I'm like, oh, they said something about this battle. Let me go find that. Let me go find this. I'm gonna go find this. So, like, Hitman is my favorite battler, and then I think Verb is the GOAT. You can't nobody tell me nothing about Verb because I wouldn't be in battle rap if it wasn't for Verb. You know what I mean? Like, bottom line, you know what I mean? We ain't gonna get it all that. One day I'm gonna do my own tell everything, and I'll talk about it then.
All that, bro.
But I'm saying all this shit because when I told Aaron Solomon and Twerk that Hitman's my favorite battler, they was ready to jump me, bro. They were ready to fuck me up. They did not like that. It was outrageous to them. What? Solomon, I think he tried DDT me or some shit. It was crazy. You know what I mean? So I'm glad.
Why you feel they feel that way?
Well, it's documented. I can't speak for them because I didn't hear it. I felt like they was hating. I don't know. You know what I mean? I feel like
but they wasn't in the room when was they with you when they
we were doing an episode of Battle Rap Trap.
But my thing is like, did they explain why they felt?
No, they did. I just don't remember.
Oh,
I had my shades on my ears. I don't hear all that shit. It's cool.
You know what though? Like,
you can't tell if a nigga if once I fuck with a motherfucker, you can't tell me nothing. I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to see it and feel that way. You can't tell me nothing about Hitman Holla. You can't tell me nothing about Averb. A motherfucker can't tell me nothing about LOSO. I fuck with your shit. You know what I mean? When it came to the Bridge battle, I was like, he might lose this one, but it's not gonna change nothing about how hard I fuck with him. Mike P is another person. When you say Mike P, I'm like, yo, I fuck with Mike P as a battler. This not even about people's personality. Certain battlers, I'm like, yo, the substance that they got is just different. I can just appreciate it. You know what I mean? More. You know what I mean?
You should put this segment like Hitman Holla Appreciation.
It's a factor.
But you know what's so crazy though? Like, it's crazy that Iron Solomon and Twerk would get upset at that because, like, for me, I'm just like,
I can understand Iron.
But even with that though, like, you gotta, like, even if you came before Hitman, yo.
No, I can understand Iron because of his style.
But
doesn't say that he would fuck with a Hitman. Bro, Twerk, I feel like Twerk is like, nigga, he gotta be one of your favorites.
But this is my thing though. Even with Iron, right, whose content may be different. My thing is like my content different in the way I rap is different than Hitman. But yo, I like, you can't. And put it this way, I was anti Midwest movement as a fan. I was so New York. I was so Cortez and Math Hoffa. I did not like Hitman Holla and Averb, bro. But bro, Hitman was road game after road game. I remember him and Arsenal throwing diss records to each other and Sue Surf and
Ain't also hoe.
Come on, bro. Like my
that's the shit I had to go back and look at once I saw Hitman and Averb. I had to go back and look at Hitman versus Arsenal and all the blogs
you can't
and shit.
like, bro. Hitman will forever. Like, that's my thing. Like, I know when they do their Mount Rushmores, they put Moog, Lux, Disaster, and you know whoever else. But my thing is like, yo, to me, I'm almost appalled that y'all don't have Hitman. Like what are you talking about? He's the most watched battler. You know what I'm saying? Like, granted, view, you know, also got more battle, but my thing's like average wise, he's the most watched battler. He's done the most with battle rap, right? Then he came back and never switched out on us, bro. He's never, like, you can't say what you said to Mook against Hitman. You can't say, like, yo, you never showed up. Nah, Hitman showed up. He be showing up at events that he don't have to be at.
That's a fact. He
don't have to be there, bro. He doesn't have to even engage in battle rap Twitter. So when he be getting emotional, you know what that shows me? He still cares. Hitman still cares about what people think, and because, like, yo, I came from this. Like, how can y'all forget what I did? And so my thing is like, regardless, like what anybody says, like if I tell you Hitman is not just my favorite but one of the best, you bet, like, if you got upset with that, I have to question your battle rap history knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Your knowledge on battle rap. I have to question when were you watching it? Do you understand? Like, do you understand that the Midwest movement is the most important thing to happen to battle rap?
That's a fact. That's definitely
Penny. That's the most important. Regardless, don't even look up there like you think about it.
That's what turned battle rap into what it is today.
You gotta think about it, bro. URL would have never got off the ground.
That nigga told me, don't even look up there. Like, you trying to think.
Nah, I want you pondering. You gotta think about Henny. Battle rap would have never got off the ground if the Midwest movement in New York are not doing this, because we needed a storyline to follow. I remember I was watching when they was dropping round by round.
Technically, I guess I never would have been looking at battle rap again if it wasn't for the Midwest movement and all that, because Hitman Holla and Averb never even would have battled. You know what I mean? The Midwest movement is basically what caused their beef. Because Verb wasn't going to his battles and this, that, and the other. You know what I mean?
But come on, bro. That's the most important thing to happen to battle rap, bro. And regardless of what side you was on, you loved it. You wanted to tune in. It was wrestling. You know what I'm saying? It was wrestling for us. And so
me and Bird damn near tried to kill each other. We got that money, got in the car, and left the venue together. That's fire. If that's true, I gotta figure that out one day. Hitman and Verb gotta tell me, did they really leave from that battle together? Because if so, that's crazy. You know what I mean? That's crazy. Shout out Holla. Shout out Surf. I feel like he another one who is reaching a certain level, but is still coming back. To see him in the hotel lobbies and talking that shit like that. You know what I mean? So, where's John on your rapper list?
My John. So personally, like I said, you know, he's done for me. You know, so like he's always gonna be there. But as far as battle rappers, man, John is the he's the first PG to be top tier. Right? He's the first PG to be top tier. He's the first PG to have his own league. You know what I'm saying? he's built something in Bullpen, regardless of where it's at now. You got to look at it and say, yo, he left and was like, yo, I'm about to make my own money. You know what I'm saying? On top of still getting bread from URL, top of still being a top tier battle rapper all around the world. I think when it's all said and done, bro, John is one of those self-made dudes. Now, granted, URL gave him a platform to go ahead and shine, but he was doing his thing in grind time. He battled one of the bags. Yeah, he had hundreds of thousands of views before he got the URL.
That's a fact.
And
he had the hunger to. And
John to me is one of the smartest battle rappers when it came to moves, bro. Because if you think about it, he's never taken 15 battles in 1 year. You know what I'm saying? He takes about 6. You know what I'm saying? Every year, and they always mean something.
Yeah.
And when they always mean something for John, for him, he could go ahead and dictate. Like even when when he wasn't battling for 2 years, it was still a demand. Yo, we still want to see him. He's one of the toughest dudes. Like you can't beat him. You're not just gonna go wash him. He's gonna go in there. And on top of that, like at least from my vantage point, there isn't another battle rapper that could come out and say, you know what? I've seen this. I've seen what John. I've seen this movie before. You know what I'm saying? Like you could say that about certain other battle, but my thing is like John legit came into PG, said, you know what? I'm gonna kill all these other dudes who you think is hotter than me. Oh, you think Bill Collector's the hottest dude right now? Give me Bill Collector. Oh, you think JC? Oh, you think Clean Paper? Give me them. You know what I'm saying? Boom, B Magic. Boom, give me them. Kills them, then goes to Hitman on the biggest probably URL card of all time.
So man, this too.
And he does numbers, bro. And now look at him. You know what I'm saying? He's a household name. So for me, I don't know what number he would be, but he's definitely up there for me.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say 2 things. With John and DNA are kind of in the same boat for me, which they are not my favorite. They might not even be in my top 10.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, of all time. I don't know. Definitely not my top 5. Might not even be in my top 10. Neither one of them. But their work is undeniable.
Oh, yeah.
Their work is motherfucking undeniable.
Yeah,
and I feel like what you saying, I mean, outside of you, whatever else, is that John will be just as known for his moves outside of the ring.
There's no Henny, there's no UFF without John. John was the plug for that.
That's a fact.
There's no BET ciphers without John.
That's a fact. That's some behind the scenes shit.
That's behind the scenes, but you know, there's none of that without John. John linking up with Jermaine Dupri in Rap Game. That's John.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
So the last thing we was talking about was John. You know what I mean? I don't know where it cut off at, so I just want to, give some finality to it by saying, basically, what I feel like what you said was he's going to be known as much for his moves as he is for his battles, and he is a winner.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I put him in the same boat with DNA. I don't know if we got all that. I said him and DNA, right. They're not my favorites, but they are winners and they are move makers and bricklayers in the culture.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So, you want to have any closing remarks on the John conversation?
Nah, I mean that's what the culture and like we said, a lot of people don't know that he had his hand in the BET and UFF and all that other stuff. But my thing is like at the end of the day, he's going to be one of those dudes that we're gonna be forever grateful for, you know what I'm saying? Because he helped open up doors for a lot of things. But
do you feel like you get the credit he deserves?
Not for that stuff, because a lot of people don't know. Okay. A lot of people don't know. But I do think that a lot of people, like especially the battlers, even though they kind of, they try to throw salt here and there, at the end of the day, man, like, you know what John do. You know what he's done. You know what he's done. You know what I'm saying? And he gets busy whenever he's on that big stage, man. So, he's still writing his story, man. So it is what. And the crazy part is like, he's enjoyed just as much as him being on the top spot. He's enjoyed watching me and Bad News come up to the top spot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he's like, yo,
that's real.
I get just as much as. Obviously, it's not my money. It's not my whatever. Like, but it's just my joy just watching, News and LOSO, 2 dudes that came from my platform, and I can say, yo, I had something to do with their success. So it is what it is.
That's fire. That's fire. Shout out John.
What's up?
All right, so outside of battle rap, like what are you into? I know I want to have a music conversation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like, what are your what do you be on?
I play a lot of basketball. Play a lot of basketball. Obviously, you know, like I'm you know.
Can you dunk?
Nah, I can't dunk anymore, bro. You know, my ankles dunk.
You used to be able to dunk though?
I don't even know about that. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like,
hey, I can't dunk no more sounds better than I never could in my life, though. That's a smooth way to say I never could dunk.
Yeah. But you know, I'm married, so you know I spend a lot of time with my wife. I'm out in Tampa, so you know I got a bunch of young dudes too that a lot of people don't know that, you know, I kind of mentor and stuff like that, keep around me.
A lot of people didn't even know you was married. I didn't know you was married until you told me. You know what I mean? And then you know, music. So you know, maybe some stuff that I'm missing, but that's kind of stuff that, you know, I get into outside of that, right? Yeah. Like, do you be cooking and shit? Like, you know what I mean?
Bro, I don't. And that's the, you know, the crazy thing.
What?
I have a I don't want to say. So in high school, in the high school I went to, you could go to a specific high school for a specific thing.
Word?
I went to my high school.
That's dope as shit.
So I went to my high school for cooking. So for 4 years, I took a whole, like, it was like a cooking degree.
You know what? It's like a career cluster.
Yeah, that's what it is, bro. So I was culinary arts.
Yeah, fire.
And for 4 years, I did all that.
Yeah.
I can't do nothing in the kitchen, bro. Now, don't get me wrong, I could survive.
I took Spanish for 2 years and I can't talk Spanish, so
I could survive.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I could survive.
So you not made hot dogs and noodles and shit.
I could do that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
nigga said, fuck some noodles up right now,
like, yeah. But if you talking about, like, can I contribute to a Thanksgiving meal? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I give you my debit card. You know what I'm saying?
You got kids and shit?
Nah, bro, I don't. So I've been wanting kids for a minute, but my wife is she got 1 more year left in school, and right after that, you know what I'm saying, you know, we good. I'm gonna give her about 3.
And this is a serious question. I don't want you to feel like I'm intruding.
Nah, go ahead.
But I just have 11 kids, and I want to know how you don't have, like,
birth
how do you
birth control? She on birth control. That's it.
I don't think it worked for me.
There's no way you penetrate.
On God.
Control. There's no way you
they might be lying to me. That's what they
is.
They bullshit that. I see, because I ain't go to the doctor or put the pill in their mouth. But I thought they was on birth control.
Nah, she legit on. You know what I'm saying? So that's, and so like it's, so we obviously planned it.
You said your wife be a doctor?
No. She no. What you mean?
Would you say she's on her? She about to finish school to be what?
Oh, to be a dentist.
A dentist. That's a doctor.
Yeah.
That's a doctor. Okay, yeah.
But she but you know, we planned it out, and so this is when she wants to do it. And so, like I said, I've wanted it since we got married. I wanted kids since we got married. But you know, it is what it is. And it actually worked out because my battle rap career since we've been married has been going crazy, and I don't know if I would have been able to do everything I've done with kids that small in my house. You know
it's fine when people can actually plan that out. You know what I mean? The right way. You find somebody like, yo, I want to, you know what I mean? Boom. All right, so let's talk about the music. Shout out to your wifey, too. You, let's not say her name because somebody might put her on the
say her name. Kelly. They know her.
Kelly?
Yeah. A lot of people already done it. Nah.
Ain't that Saved by the Bell?
That is.
Kelly Kapowski? Huh? It's lit. Shout out her. Childhood crush shit. Yeah. Topanga. I just wanted to say that. You know what I mean? Just throw Topanga out there, too.
What is it? What's the girl from Family Matters?
Laura. Oh, you talking about Laura or Steve Girl?
Laura. That was Steve Girl. Who's Steve Girl?
Steve had a crush on Laura, but his girl name was Myra or something.
Myra was.
She was bad. She dead now. Rest in peace. She dead now in real life. She dead. My bad. I didn't mean to say, but she dead now. Yeah. Rest in peace to her. She didn't just die. She been dead, so it's okay. It's okay. She been dead. She dead sexy.
Alright.
Oops. Alright, so we gonna keep it moving. Let's talk about the
Let's go.
Let's talk about the music, man.
I bet.
Because it's very important. For real. You put out them tour dates. And only if it's 15 tour dates, only 2 of them is battles.
Yeah.
What are the rest of them?
So it'll be different events, bro. Like I obviously, you know, like a church might bring me out, but I do a lot of outreach events. I do a lot of, you know what I'm saying? Like I might get booked for, I got booked for a birthday party. You know what I'm saying? Like I got booked at colleges. You know what I'm saying? I get booked at colleges, so
to perform your music.
So if you go to my YouTube, everything LOSO.
I don't follow your YouTube. I didn't even know you had a YouTube.
Yeah, I got a YouTube channel, everything LOSO, and you'll see some recaps from some concerts. You know what I'm saying? So you can see how it gets down. But
I seen your videos.
Yeah,
you're fire. What I really wanted to do when we talked earlier, I didn't ask, but I would have loved to meet you in the studio and do a track.
That would have been crazy.
You know what I mean? But
we still do that.
What, like right now?
I mean, not right now.
Okay, I'm about to say that. Bet. Let's do that. Let's do that.
But yeah, so a lot of people don't know. Obviously, they only know me for battle rap. So if they're watching this, they probably don't know me for battle rap. But I tell people all the time, like, you don't have to be a Drake or a J. Cole. Like, as long as you find a core fan base, a small, like even an audience that's faithful to like, yo, you know what? I rock with this dude. I'll go ahead and click play. Like, you could go ahead and do some stuff. And so a lot of people, they might be doing numbers on Apple Music. They might be doing numbers on Spotify, but they can't get a show to say their life. Yeah. They can't get somebody to say, you know what? I'll pay you $600, $700 to go ahead and perform. They can't get that. And so for me, I've been able to go ahead and market myself and package myself in a way that the people watching me or the people following me are like, you know what? If I don't jump on this, I'm missing out, type of thing. And that's why I tell artists, you gotta go ahead and put your product in a, like, format it in a way so that when people watch it, they like, yo, if I don't jump on board, if I don't link up with this dude, I'm gonna be missing out on something that's gonna blow. And so for me, I've been able to do that. I've been able to package myself in a way, and it's not like smoke and mirrors. It's not like, yo, I'm fronting on who I am, but I really do. I feel like I do make dope music, and even if you don't rock with the music I make, I tell people like, yo, somebody else might. You know what I'm saying? And so if you only rock with my battles, I'm cool with that. If you only rock with my music, I'm cool with that. I'm trying to merge both of them together, and I think I'm doing a pretty good job at it right now. And hopefully, you know,
you are. But okay, how about this? Battling music. I need to eat some gum. I got Henny breath. Battling music. Who won the game, bro?
Man, I don't even know, bro. That game ended, bro.
Oh,
but it ended because I think it was going to overtime. Oh, Portland won. Yep, we got it. 111, 110.
Okay.
Carmelo 23 points.
It's lit. Battling music. Which one? Not saying you got to put one down, but which one? You know, where's your heart at?
Battling.
For real?
I'm gonna say why, cause like
that's crazy. That's fire to me.
I'm gonna tell you why. Though. If I could just do music, right? If I could just be one of the biggest artists, I would do that. But the reason why I'm gonna say battling is because it puts me in a unique position. Like when you a battle rapper, especially today, this isn't like back in the day where they'll clown you like, oh, you just a battle rapper. But like, because you a battle rapper, and when you walk into some place, like, it means something now.
It's a new thing. And go ahead.
And so for me, even though I was doing music before battle rapping, my music wouldn't even be getting listened to on the level that it does if it wasn't for battle rap. I wouldn't have the followers on Instagram if it wasn't for like. I would be having a couple, a little clout, a little following here and there, but battle rap took me to another level.
One hand washed out for both washed your face, because
you know what I'm
saying? Your battle rap fans are telling their non-battle rap friends about your music more than your battles. Yeah. So now you making these fans over here for your music, but you still got the base.
Yep.
Battle rap.
Battle rap for me is the stage and it's the lights. It puts the shine on what else do you have, LOSO?
Yeah.
Oh, you speak. All right, cool. We're coming. Oh, you perform. All right, come on. You know what I'm saying? But if I don't kill it in battle rap, those other avenues don't work for me. You know what I'm saying?
They will now because you already.
They will now. Now I'm already
past. Yeah.
But I needed something to be great at.
And you are a star. You know what I mean? Pause, you got the look, you got you know what I mean? You are a star. Like when you said the Four Horsemen shit, you was like, I dress a little bit better than them, shit like that. It's true. It's like, I'm not saying you dress better than them, but I'm saying like it's just the look. You have the look. You came in with something different than what we seeing on a daily basis, with a different type of talk, a different type of, you know what I mean? Everything. You know what I mean? I fuck with that. With that. So I want to talk about the new, I ain't gonna say the new class because it's a two-part conversation. I want to know who your new gunners would not. I mean, not people that you want to put under you, but people who you like Ace Amin class type shit. Yeah. Who you checking for over there? But then I'm also gonna ask you, what advice would you have for somebody trying to get into this shit? Yeah. So let's do the first one first. As far as the new class, not the new URL class, the new battle rap class. The people who just started popping within this last year or so. Yeah.
I would say Ace Amin, Swamp, and Don Marino. I would say those, and so I'm gonna break down why. Like Ace Amin, like he knows how to package and to kind of like sell his product. You know what I'm saying?
And you can respect that because you that type of person.
That's why I come from, right? Yeah. And so Ace does that. Swamp, he is something that, like you said, like he is, and no one else has used this, and that's crazy that you brought this up, but he epitomizes Southern battle rap with that voice. Same way like Geechee does the West.
Take you there.
He's the first one, and I didn't think of that until you said it. Yeah. But that's a huge shout out. And so Swamp, not only is that like you could say, because I hear a lot of people saying this, Swamp can't rap, right? Swamp doesn't have punches. Swamp doesn't. But when he gets up there though, he takes you somewhere, and all that other stuff he could work on. You know what I'm saying? He could work on getting crazier with the wordplay. He could work on being a little more intricate with the beat. He could work on that. But he already has like, yo, I'm locked in. Like when he was doing the face off with Ace, and he told Ace, yo, he said, I'm so locked in for you. Like I'm locked in. I believed it. And
I did too.
Like when he said it, I was like, yo.
I did. I don't even know if Surf out-talked Ace, but Swamp did. By saying less.
Yeah. And when Swamp said that, I said, yo, you know what? He been waiting for this. He don't want to do no interviews right now. He don't want to do no cameos. He don't want to stay out late. He don't want to party with you. He don't want to drink Hennessy with you right now. None of that. What he wants to do is go win that battle, because everybody's saying that he can't win that battle. That's what he wants to do, and I think that's how he is every battle. And so shout
out to him for the shout out to him. Shout out, big shout, of course. Shout out to Ace. Ace is my one. Like he's the one. You know what I mean?
Like Ace my brother. Like if you saw the battle, I'm holding that dude water bottle, and I'm behind him. Because Ace my brother. You know what I'm saying? But at the end, the Ace knows. Ace on the chip. But I told Ace, I said, man, I'm glad that you got it out the way now.
A lot of people are feeling like that. Like I feel like that means they saying he needed a humbling or some shit.
I'm not saying that he humbled. I'm not saying that he needed a humbling, but at the end of the day, regardless, every battler is going to go through a point where everybody. So my joint was the bridge battle, right? So my thing is like, but unfortunately, my joint was after I'd already came in the URL, after all this stuff, and now the narrative is, yo, LOSO's great. But when he gets to the upper echelon talent, like the Briz and the K-Shot, obviously I haven't battled K-Shot yet, we don't know if he can hang with them, right? That's the narrative. So I got to go ahead and flip that. But my thing is like with Ace, yo, Ace, it's glad that you got your little bumper. So now, like, bro, you only, 6 battles in? You know what I'm saying? 7 battles in? Like
he closer to 10 now.
Okay, you know what I'm saying? So my thing is like, yo, go ahead and kill now. You know what I'm saying? Now you know, because like maybe I don't know. Maybe Ace might have got a little comfortable. Maybe he might have been like, yo, look at me, I'm on volume. My persona got me here, and obviously I'm talented. I know I'm nice, and he is nice. Maybe he got a little comfortable. Yeah. And therefore he wasn't on the edge like, yo, I got something to prove on volume 5, and I gotta make sure everything is on point. Maybe it's a little comfortable, but now, best believe that ain't gonna happen no more for Ace. I would be shocked if that happened ever again.
I would too, because Ace,
or at least
first and foremost, let's be clear, Ace don't need battle rap money wise. Some niggas depend on battle rap. Ace don't need battle rap money wise. So if he continues to battle, his mind state is definitely gonna be, I gotta remind niggas they can't fuck with me, man. You know what I mean? And I love that you said that as far as Swamp, he came to prove that nigga can't fuck. When it comes down to it, people ask me all the time, you know, I battle if y'all didn't know. Because I know you bringing fans in that I ain't never seen before. You know what I mean? People ask me all the time, like, do y'all really not like each other? Like, what's going on? What make you talk to him like that? And my response is always, this nigga standing across from me, that mean he think he better than me. And that's all the motivation I need. That's it. You know what I mean? That's all the motivation I need. You think you better than me? Let's go.
Yeah.
Period. You know what I mean? Who the third? You know, what's your reason for the third?
For Don Marino, it's crazy that he's Mexican because he's really the hardest working battler in his class. Like, I'm gonna be honest, bro. No one
Shout
to
out
me,
Dom, man.
no one in his class has worked harder than Don, and he does. And unfortunately, he has to, and he has to know that. He has to know that he's gonna have to work twice as hard as Swamp and twice as hard as Ace Amin because they're not like. You have to think he got the slick back hair. He's kind of chubby a little bit.
He's
you know what I'm saying?
owning Mexican shit.
But he is. But my thing is like he don't look like the proto. Even me and Cortez, right? We look like hip hop.
I thought you was mixed.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But me and Cortez, we look hip hop though at least, right? Yeah. Like we got you know what I'm saying.
Right. He got the what's the nigga George Lopez? Like he got the George Lopez.
So like for me, you know what I'm saying. I'm tatted. You know what I'm saying. I got goals. You know what I'm saying. Like I like people know me in the hood. Stuff like that. Don will tell you like. Yo, I'm not like that. But my thing is like he's working.
Perfect example. Like you and Cortez are like the Briz and T-Top of Mexicans or Latinos or whatever. No offense, I don't want to offend you because I don't. You know what I mean, I don't know how to differentiate the two. Don takes you. He's that. He takes you there. He said something about blowing shit off food before you eat it. I said, what the fuck? That's a different type of struggle.
He be talking about picking tomatoes,
Oh, this nigga,
yeah. So I think Don is there just because, like, bro, he's the hardest working dude, and I hear him and I'm like, yo, you could be 10 times better than what you are. Like he's not even. Don really isn't even like fully polished.
He trying to figure it out.
And he's still like, a lot of people won't say this, but out of the 2 days. Don had one of the best performances, bro. They
was going crazy in there for him.
Come on, bro. Like he had one. Like besides Jerry West on day 2, Don had the best performance.
Okay.
Don had the best performance that night.
Besides Jerry West.
Besides Jerry West.
What about Suge?
Suge is up there.
Suge was up there, right?
Suge is up there. Suge is definitely up there. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is like, I commend Don and he gets so much flack. Now, granted, you know what I'm saying, my advice to Don is, yo, stop worrying about what people are saying. You know what I'm saying? Because he's always making a post about this and you don't got to worry about it, bro. Like, you killing it and you got a fan base behind you and you doing your numbers. I think Don should be up there I think he's in the conversation for top 20 battler. He's in the conversation for it. Okay. He's a top 20 battler.
I don't think I'm mad at that. I would have to
just look at you. Gotta look.
I would have to do more research to be mad at that.
You gotta look at everything he's done. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like he's top 20 most talked about battlers of the year.
Yeah.
And I feel like he showed up every time. He showed up to the party every time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can't just think of a battle other than the Swamp battle where I wasn't like, he's impressive.
Yeah. And I told Don about that Swamp. Me and Cortez talked to him about that one. It was just like, we just think he took the wrong approach.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
in the wrong place. You got to understand your crowd.
Where you at.
You know what I mean? All that shit.
All that
shit.
Man.
And this is the thing. You can say the same exact words in a different way once you understand your crowd. You got to say it a different way. All right, bet. Well, they're not feeling this. Well, let me look at this person right here and say. Let me raise my voice here. And say,
break it down.
That's it. That's it. You know
but he's a man. I think sky's the limit for Don too.
What about Kid Chaos? That's my that's one of my favorites. Like I think he might be my number 2. I think I got an ace. Even though Swamp just beat Ace clear. If I'm just going off potential, I got Ace, then Kid Chaos, then Swamp.
It's kind of sad that Kid Chaos didn't get the battle this weekend.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm pretty sure he's going to put on a show.
Mm-hmm.
Chaos, bro, he's just, to me, and I know I'm going to get some flack for this, I think he writes like Iron Solomon. I'm not going to say he's as nice as Iron Solomon. So before y'all kill me for this. But what I'm saying, he writes like the way he strings things together. It's not necessarily.
I compare this shit to Arsenal. His rapping format, like his rhyming. I think we saying the same thing. You just said and I said Arsenal, and it sounds so crazy. But we talking about the multi-syllable type shit and all that type shit, right?
Yeah, I'm talking about something different.
What you talking about?
So I'm not talking about multi-syllable. I'm talking about so like if he has a theme, so like Chiller, right? He'll scheme. But with Iron Solomon and Kid Chaos, what I think they do, they do have a theme, but they're stringing like these like small punches and jabs in between. And then not only is that his transitions are still having to do it. So for instance, like if he's saying something about like E.T., right? Like E.T., I'm a E.T., I'm an alien out of this world, right? And let's say he's transitioning, he's like, that's why I'm gonna light the finger up, you know what I'm saying? And then he'll switch up. So like my thing is like, and that's something totally I'm just trying to throw. But Kid Chaos is so intricate with every single word on top of angling you. He's angling you while he's doing it.
I feel like he's one of the most dangerous. He might dangerous wise only because Ace done had a slip up, so I'm gonna need him to show his full potential.
Yeah.
I feel like Kid Chaos is gonna be like I want to see him battle JC. I want to see him battle. I want to see him battle. I want to see him continue to be great and then get to the point where he's battling.
You know
those type of niggas.
You know who just said they was gonna battle him? Rada.
You know what?
And I'm gonna tell you. So it's crazy though. So Kid Chaos was there, and I was there, and P was there, and Rada was there, and Kid Chaos was just saying something, and Rada was in his bag, right? Rada looked at P and said, "Set it up."
Set it up. Hey yo, you
know
you hit Rada mannerism off top.
No. Hey, I was like this. I said even Chaos was like. Chaos like, word? And like Chaos was like, bro, you don't want this Rada. But I looked at Rada and said, oh, it's like that. And Chaos just told P, said, set it up. That's it. Yeah, like he wanted it like on volume 5 and everything. But he said that and I was like, oh, word. And Rada told me it's because he respect Chaos. You know what I'm saying? And he just feel like, and Rada feels like, he could get him out the way easy. Yeah. So, but that's the competitive nature of battle, right?
Yeah, I'm about to say that's battle.
And regardless, that's such a different style clash, but I think it'd be so fire if you get.
I would love to see. I would love to see.
A1 Rada, A1 Kid.
And I honestly, okay, so, and you know what? This is the last 5 minutes. I appreciate you niggas for sticking around this long, sir. I noticed that you show a lot of love to bro Rada.
Yeah.
But originally, this is a battle I wanted to see you and Rada about this much more than I wanted to see you and Twerk. How you feel about that type battle, man?
Bro, I've been one, and that's crazy. Like I said, I was the one asking for Rada. I was the one calling them for Rada, and I said, look, I will battle on a Survivor Series. Give me Rada though. Okay. And they didn't want to do that, and so it did. Don't get me wrong. It got to a point that once I got in the URL, I felt like the narrative wasn't there. Even though me and Rada was going back and forth on Twitter, like it kind of just died down. Now. Rada's my brother. Like, you see me, you know what I'm saying? You see Rada at the back, I'm going to be behind him, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to go and support my dude on Twitter. I'm going to go and retweet his stuff. I'm a big fan of his music. And we talk on the phone about moves even outside of battle rap. I will still battle Rada, though. You know what I'm saying? I'll still go and do that. But unfortunately, I feel like when we were supposed to do it, like, think about it. LOSO first battle outside of Bullpen and RB and all that stuff. If it was Rada, I think it would have been fire, and it would have been talked about, and it would have helped Rada out too. You know what I'm saying? And so I think it would have been dope both sides. But we talk about it all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's go ahead and lock in. But we'll see.
Yeah. Man, I don't know too many more questions. But you want to take another shot, or you good?
I'm good, bro.
You sure? Baby shot?
I really can't feel this side. So if I need this side, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
No, but not I tell everybody, bro, Hennessy is my favorite drink, bro.
It's lit. Mine too, if y'all didn't know. Yeah. Man.
And bro, everybody in Tampa, bro, I be telling people in Tampa, like,
the kill shot.
Yo, and then they always try to tell me, like, bro,
I'm mad I don't got it right now.
You know what they tell me? They like, yo, no one drinks Hennessy because, for pleasure. That, like, it's disgusting and all. So I'm like, yo,
well, this is the thing.
I don't think it's disgusting.
This is the thing. I'm not worried about no one. So if no one drinks Hennessy, that's no one's business. I'm the Henny man. I drink Henny. You know what I mean?
It's a fact.
Hey, I appreciate you though, bro. I want to ask you one more great question, but I don't know what it is, man. I don't know what it is, man. I don't know. Maybe this got to be a to be continued type situation. Is there anything you want to say to the people?
Yo, if you following this, man, and you interested to see more, all I'm gonna say is I got a website called everythingloso.com.
Everythingloso.com.
You go ahead and get merch over there. You go ahead and stream my music from that website. You check my music videos and my battles on that website. If you want to bring me to your city for anything, I do speaking engagements, I do concerts, and I do battles. If you want to book me for anything, hit that booking tab, man. Let's go ahead and chop it up. Let's do this. I got some more things coming soon. Also, me and A-Ward going on a little tour in the month of March. Not just a 2-on-2, but we doing a tour in different cities.
Oh, okay.
Of just like we gonna be battling each other, but this is outside of like battle rap.
I want to battle A-Ward.
That'll be fire.
I want to battle A-Ward. I love his shit. I love his shit. I'm not saying he like my favorite horseman. I'm not saying I think he would kill you or nothing like that. Even though you wouldn't care, but I love his content, bro.
And you know something.
And then I want to battle with a white person because I got 4 white bad mothers and these bitches drive me motherfucking crap. That's a whole nother. But I wouldn't get racial on them. Yeah, I'm just saying.
Crazy though. A-Ward would do, bro. A-Ward.
I tweeted him. I tweeted him. I said,
yo,
it's 2 people I want to battle, and it's Danny Miles and A-Ward. And it's because they take their craft so serious. Yeah. You could tell they respect their craft so much.
And if it's not on, I'm not trying to take a shot at anybody, but if it's not on like the main league or something like that, they're not gonna give you 50%. They're not gonna give you 25%. They still gonna go out there because they love the sport. So A-Ward would do that.
And A-Ward responded and said, "I'd be honored." And you know what? If anybody else said that, I would think they were being sarcastic. But because the Four Horsemen said it, they honest.
That's real.
They honest. He really means that shit. You know what I mean? Man, this motherfucking battle rap trap. We got LOSO in the. Hold up, I got something. Man. You know what I mean?
Take it for both of us, bro.
I'm gonna take it for both of us. You know what I mean?
You really the handyman if you take all that, bro.
Oh, come on. The hesitation is because I didn't want the episode to be over.
Oh, gotcha.
You know what I mean? I'm trying to think of one more. Have you ever been to jail?
Like lock behind bars, or have I been to jail?
Like just an overnight or a quick lockup.
Nah, bro.
Like an hour.
No, I haven't.
He said, have I ever been in a jail? Like, I visited my homie last week. Okay. I'm trying. You got into the imaginary gun bars.
Have I ever smoked weed?
What made you... Just the last question. I'm
one.
fired.
Last one.
What was the eye-opening moment that made you give your life to God?
So I was minding my business on YouTube, bro. No lie. I was minding my business on YouTube. And I saw this video. Some homie just like must have shared it or something like that. And it was a pitch black video. Pitch black video, but it had audio. And I clicked play on it. I don't know why I clicked play on it. There was a pastor, Paul Washer, and he was preaching.
White dude, black dude, Baptist, Catholic?
I don't know.
Okay, bet.
It wasn't no.
Understood.
At the time, I didn't know, right?
And so
he was just talking, bro, and I remember sitting there, and this is what I tell people, bro, with God, man, like, you can hear about Jesus, you can hear about the good news of the gospel, like, 7, 15, 25, 50 times in your life, but it's gonna be one time when, like he really tugging at your heart. And I was sitting at this table, bro, and I was watching on YouTube, and everything was just making sense. Everything he was saying, bro, about the holiness of God, about sin, about like,
are your parents into the church?
Nah, bro, my father was murdered off drugs, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like my father, like he was out there. You know what I'm saying? Like we talking about Colombia, like it was bad. You know what I'm saying? And
Pablo?
Bro, like he was out there, bro.
Pablo?
He was out there, right? And so my father got murdered, and so like I lost that father figure. And for me, what I did.
How old were you?
I was 12 years old.
Okay. Oh
and,
man, I'm sorry to hear that.
Nah. But what happened though? What I ended up doing, I needed a male figure, and so I started looking for a male figure in hip hop, because hip hop was the only. Hip hop taught me how to dress. Hip hop taught me how to talk. You know what I'm saying? So for me, like that's why I started. So for me, I was like, all right, what? How do you be a man? So Jay-Z is teaching me how to be a man. Tupac teaching me how to. So I'm thinking. to be a man, you need multiple women. I'm thinking to be a man, you need a lot of money. I'm thinking that's what it is to be man. That's what defines manhood. And so it wasn't until I met God, man, that manhood was more about integrity for me. You know what I'm saying? Taking care of your responsibilities.
So after you seen the YouTube video,
I remember I heard everything he said. I clicked pause, bro. I got up, and I remember after that day, like, granted, don't worry, it was still a struggle every single day, but I made a conscious decision. I was like, I gotta learn about this. So what I did, just like this, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking about baggy pants, like do-rag around my head, all that stuff. Like, I was like, I started praying. I was like, God, I need people around me, but that look like me. So one of my boys gave me a Christian rap CD. I was like, yo, it's corny. Like,
what's that name?
Christian rap.
Remember what it was?
The name of the Christian rap CD. The name of the Christian rapper. His name was The Truth. D.A. Truth.
Okay.
And he was rapping. He was rapping. But in the beginning, I was like, yo, this is corny. I was about to throw it out, but I put it in and I paused and I started listening to the CD and I said, man, yo, everything he's saying is real. And he was like putting scripture inside his, so, because I didn't want to read the Bible. I was like, yo, this is boring. But then when he started like quoting certain scriptures, I was like, yo, let me see what that meant. I was like, oh, that's fire. And I started like I was in my room by myself. I was like, Lord, like send me some like brothers that like I could chill with, that that's on the same stuff I'm on. And I saw that there was a Christian rap concert at St. Pete, which is like 30 minutes from where we at right now. So I went and I went to that concert. I just went to the concert just by myself, but I looked and I saw some like black brothers, bro, like out there rapping.
The same way I said the pastors almost sometimes.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. And you always
like
and for me, what I thought Christianity was old white men.
Yeah.
Just telling you how to live, and I was like, but when I saw these other dudes who looked like me,
or old black ladies who
you know what I'm saying. So when I saw these dudes who looked like me, who were my age, like stuff like that, and they were loving Jesus, I was like, what? Man, I linked up with them, bro, and for me, I was like, man, this is what I needed. You know what I'm saying? And so after that, probably about a year later, I decided to go to Bible college. A lot of people don't know this. I went to Bible college, and because I wanted to know, I didn't just want to be a dude who just walked up in the church and was just like, oh, I love God, but then I didn't know why. So I went to Bible college and I learned what I believe and why I believe it. You know what I'm saying? And so I started learning about like the original languages. I took 2 years of Greek. I took a minor in Jewish studies. I was like I really that's why I tell people like don't try to go up to me and just like, you know, just say that the Bible is a white man's religion. Nah, we really gonna have a discussion. You know what I'm saying? Because
I don't know if that's a Florida thing, but I don't think people think that. I've never heard that narrative. I hate the word narrative at this point, but I've never heard that word. Where I'm at, the Bible and church shit is synonymous with like old black ladies with big hats and shit.
Yeah, a lot. See, so a lot. So it wasn't just Florida, but like, you know, a lot of people have brought that to me. But so my thing is like when I went there, that really strengthened my faith, bro. And so, you know, since then, man, you know, it's just been an ongoing. Obviously, it's every day is a fight.
How old were you?
At that time,
17,
I was like 19, 20.
19, 20?
Yeah.
You lived a real life prior to, and you.
As
a man, you just was like, I had enough. Yeah.
But it wasn't even that I made that decision prior, bro. I really like when people ask me, I'm like, yo, God interrupted my life. I wasn't looking for God. I was not, bro. I was doing my own thing, bro, and he came and he interrupted my life, and that was it, bro. So that's history, man.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Appreciate that, man.
That's beautiful. If nothing else, I'm gonna tell you about the time God interrupted my life, and then we just gonna close.
Go ahead.
Yeah, man. So this is a true story, which is crazy. Yeah, man. I already told you part of it, but the part I didn't tell you. Yeah, man. Prior to battling and being in the battle rap, I was a rapper.
Yeah.
And I went into the booth and I spit some shit, and I was like, I don't know how much you look at battle rap trap, but if you look at it, you'll notice I always say, yeah, man, like I might not be the most Christian motherfucker in the world, but ain't nobody gonna talk about God around me. I ain't gonna let nobody blaspheme in my presence, because that nigga saved my life God, on God. God saved my life. So I got stabbed, but the night I got stabbed, that day I went to the studio and I recorded something, and my last words was like, probably not. Pass the weed, I'm just chilling. High as God, we need to speak for a minute. Them was the last words I said on a song, and I got stabbed that night.
Wow.
High as God, we need to speak for a minute. I got stabbed that night. We might have talked, I don't know. All I know is I was out for like a day and a half, and I came back.
That's crazy, bro.
Jesus is my homeboy, bro. You feel me? On real tight time. You feel me? Like, so, you know what I mean? I respect what you do, bro.
I appreciate you, man.
You know what I mean? I love this interview.
Bro. Appreciate you for always supporting, bro. He's always been supporting, man.
Yeah,
so appreciate you, man.
I support talent. It's not about, I don't give a fuck if I never ever met you. Never ever was able to do this interview. Never seen you at no events. And you are who you are right now. I would still be on Twitter saying, yo, LOSO crazy. Like I say, Hitman my favorite. I never talk to this nigga. I don't have no Hitman interviews on Battle Rap Trap like that. Nothing like that. Mad XP did. You know what I mean? I didn't. You know what I mean? I fuck with LOSO as a person, man.
I appreciate one of the things you said, though, before I even, when I was getting, I think right after my Scotty battle, you said, bro, LOSO and Battle Rap, bro, he's LeBron James out of high school. I don't know if you remember that, bro, but I appreciate that.
I don't even remember saying that, but that's fire.
You said that, bro.
It's Battle Rap Trap. Hey, I ain't did it. I gotta get back to these talk everythings, nigga. With the cameras and the angles and all that. But I might like this episode the most just because, first of all, I didn't smoke. I didn't take a kill shot. I'm halfway clear-minded.
Yep.
And this was some good-ass content. This shit might only do 1,000 views. I'm not gonna lie, because YouTube shit is changing right now.
Oh, word.
But them 1,000 motherfuckers is about to see the best shit of their life. Shout out to you. Shout out to the whole Four Horsemen. Shout out to Oops, Big Cannon, and the other nigga that's trying to join.
Jonah.
Oh,
that's another interview.
Jonah. Hold on.
Nah, I'm joking.
Jonah.
That be fire though, right? I gotta go home to wifey, bro. I gotta go home to wifey, man.
What the fuck? Next time, man. Next time. It's lit.
See, I got multiple calls.
We got the street. I seen it ringing. You just ain't want to.
Oh, bro, I ain't.
It's 4 in the morning. I'm thinking about money. I need it. I want it. I can't even sleep. It's 4 in the morning. I'm thinking about money. I need it. I want it. I can't even sleep.